There we go. We have that one, and we have that one. Talk.
Hello.
Okay.
Aha! We have volume. Alrighty, this is Roll for Severity attempt at doing social distancing.
It sucks.
Technology is rough.
Thing. It's not that bad.
I disagree with you,
Mostly.
Kane.
You live in a box. You're currently sitting in it.
Uh-huh. I've got a computer here and a
You're
computer there, and I
fine.
live between the two of them.
Exactly.
Oh god, but I do not have all
Alright,
the things
this'll-
open that I need it to be.
This is going to be fun.
We are
I
we
don't
are
know if the
absolutely
audio is going to match with the video, so this might look really funny from a viewer's point of view. But I think you can hear everyone, so that's good.
we can hear everyone. I think there might be a slight delay on audio.
Ooh.
Hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll see. But that being said, we are on to session 14 of Roll for Severity's OG campaign, our homebrew D&D adventure. Oh, on a scale of 1 to off, how rough is it? Rough. If you want to catch up on episodes that or on previous episodes, or have you missed an episode? Oh, Dreamer Rocks says not bad. Sweet deal. Subscribers do get access immediately to the episodes after they've aired over on our channel's VODs. For anyone who's not a subscriber, we upload all episodes to YouTube 1 week after they initially air. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll for Severity, or somewhere down below the Twitch stream there is a YouTube link. Theoretically, unless Twitch has eaten that as well. I'm Mischief, the DM for this campaign. I'm joined by my amazing players who are stuck below me.
Really, we're stuck below you on my screen, or we're above you.
What the voodoo are you looking at there? Jamie, I can't help it if you've inverted your monitor.
No.
That's an issue, not an issue.
I've been stuck in this room for 4 weeks. I have to do something to keep myself immune. Since you made me turn off my Illuvian.
Yes, Souls broke the other side. You don't want to get trapped in there. Then you have to deal with Morgan. But I'm joined by my fantastic players who are heckling and giving me a rough time. That's all right. It's all fun to get there as a cat. Suddenly pussy. But they're what make this whole shtick fun, so. I am louder than everyone else. I can fix that. That is something I can do. Is that better? I have reduced my audio level. It also helps if I'm not obnoxious, but that's not happening.
That's your asking you to change your default state of being. Wow,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Your black box components.
Yeah, not anything. Much like your webcam, I have default settings, and that is it. Before we get underway, though, got a few things to quickly go over. Each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes that from direct donations, bit subscriptions, and sales from our store. Because of last month essentially getting lopped in half, because we were like, we're just going to do social distancing, and hopefully this whole shebang will be cleaned up in a few weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So we're sticking with BC Children's Foundation again for this month. This foundation supporting British Columbia's Children's Hospital and researching ways to transform and improve healthcare for children. Thanks to this foundation, we have our beloved Kay with us. You can check out their website on bccchf.ca or on Twitter at bccchf. Also, we have the Roll for Severity store up on tpublic.com/user/Roll for Severity, or the link is also somewhere down below the stream. We have Sylvania's character art in there, the new character photos, and at some point in time I'm going to be going through and redoing the character art for each of the players, adding some changes that we've made as time's gone on, such as Kay's illustrious new arm. So without further ado, what happened last time?
I made not Nathan's illustrious new arm.
You did, and actually, I have artwork
I-
for said new arm.
I became an amputee.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
Yeah,
And
we were
we
gonna go
tried
on an
the one to do
adventure.
We tried to go somewhere. We got like 3 hours out. Shit happened. We turned around. We came straight back.
That's the highlight that I remember as well.
I bought him a sandwich.
You did buy him a sandwich, and you bought him pyramidal balls.
Yes, I did. I did buy him a pair of
Oh
metal
right,
balls.
because I do the
You
thing
need to do your
for the.
articulation exercises.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't actually own any of those. Otherwise, I would be just like. I recall doing that with the large dice.
I think I had a pet fish for all of like a few hours.
Well, technically you still have the fish. It may or may not have been dumped out on the arm a couple of times.
And yeah, and I think we left off. Kay was out of the hospital and ready to continue on.
Yep, you had
Well,
you left
ready.
the hospital.
I'm figuring out how to use my arm, which I understand exists, and I can see.
The last note I wrote was K is mad.
Kay's mad.
I was-
has
I-
5 minutes of I can say anything.
And I underlined it.
Yes, I have 5 minutes of
K is
stored.
mad. K is mad.
See,
It's
The
backwards.
problem is, my notes are with our DM. With my tablet.
Most of your people's notes are.
I have my notes. I have my notes.
That being said,
I-
in roll 20, you should
Oh, hey,
be
look
able
at
to
that.
see Kay's new arm.
Oh, it's K's new arm. Look at that. Look at that stylish arm.
Yeah,
If we take away
Yeah,
the
look at
plates-
it.
Look at it. Goes up to your elbow
Yeah.
or to your shoulder. That's
Cool.
a stylish new arm. Oh, if we take off the
Yeah.
plating, will it look like Anakin's
That's a piece of
Skywalker's?
masterwork, if I don't say so myself.
It is a piece of masterwork.
job.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. Things will be fine. I'll learn how to use it. But Lord only knows it's gonna take a little bit of time.
And I'm sure Marigold is probably regretting her decisions to follow us around. Like, what the hell's up with these freaks? A guy's arm is gone.
Yeah,
That
But
being
yeah, we
said-
still have Marigold with us.
Yeah, she's known you for less than a week, and so far she's had to deal with people trying to murder her, and now we've got Kay's arm being lopped off, as well as whatever the fuck Oz
I
is.
mean,
Yes. So not sure how she feels
mean,
about staying
in-
with us.
in our defense, at no point have we ever told her she has to stay with us. It has been her decision alone.
True.
Ever since she barged into your guys' room, and it's just
Yeah,
I don't even like. Ever since
She should have
showed
known
up,
it was coming. The second she
Yeah.
barged into our room, I dumped grease everywhere and just like laid in it. Like she knew what she was getting into.
did she? I don't really know.
Hey, you turned the door into
Like-
an oil slick, so much the
I mean-
dismay.
I mean, I casually walked into that room in undergarments and nothing else. So, if I recall that stage correctly, because I was awkwardly staring at the guards, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
But you didn't have an axe shoved in there this time.
no axe.
It's been weeks since that happened,
And we
okay?
thank you.
Throwback to session 2.
Yes, throwback to session 2. It's good
Right.
times.
All right then. So Kay's out of the hospital now.
Yeah.
Um.
You guys just been going to bed as I'm gonna lock those so those don't wiggle around anymore. Yeah, kids, you guys were just getting ready to head off to bed as the whatchamacallit, as like night was settling in. Kay had been released from the hospital. He was forcibly had his arm installed. as he walked into the room and was immediately accosted by Sylvania. Yeah, and so the night goes by, and okay, throughout the course of the night, there's several times where you kind of like wake up a little bit and just that like it still feels weird because it seared itself to your body.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fused
yeah.
in there real
Oh,
tight.
We held you down, and Anna tried to give you a foot massage.
And got booted in the face for it.
She got yeah, she did.
Soothing breaths.
I mean, I love Anna and I appreciate her for what she was trying to do. But in the circumstances, maybe not the brightest of life decisions.
Fair enough.
That's-
In the circumstances, Anna's not the brightest.
It's fine.
Wait, there's just in the circumstances?
Yes. In all of the circumstances, Anna is not the brightest.
Yeah, in all circumstances.
Except the ones that include mead.
Or bugs.
Yeah. And bugs, yeah.
Alrighty, so as morning comes and the sun peers through your windows, Anna, you wake up, you spot Sylvania still laying on the ground where she had flopped down the night before, because as you remember, Sylvania had, after basically binge working on the arm, is like, okay, it's done now. Thump.
Like a leg,
just-
yep.
Yep, just completely plunked out on the floor. A blanket haphazardly has been draped over her. Dog's disembodied leg is still laying on the floor not too far away. Sylvania never got back around to reattaching that after having Kay's arm hooked up to Dog to test the tensile strength of the bow. Theo, you're relaxing as you sit on your bed. Your attention is drawn over to Kay as you hear some stirring of movement from across the room. Kay, as you begin to awake, as the sun beams, it gleams through the window directly, just perfectly and directly hits you in the face. And you raise your arm to try and block out the light, and then are abruptly and very rudely awoken by the impact of something cold, hard, and heavy dropping onto your face. And kind of immediately just like jerking awake and letting out that little bit of like that morning yell. Sylvania, hearing a very familiar metallic thunk, which you originally assumed was Dog, you like sit upright and look around, and then you hear the bit of a like yell from the next room. Says people are awake. What are people doing?
Are we? Hang on. I just want to confirm. Where are we again?
You're still in the inn.
We're still in the inn.
Yeah, you're still in Nithmir.
Okay. Well,
It's with that that friendly dude bro of Anna's. Or
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, Jimrick.
Yeah, because he was super swell because everyone was freaking out.
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
that's right. We're in.
Oh, that was
Nithmir.
great. Okay.
Yeah,
There we
you're
go.
still in Jimrick's Tavern, which was the Dawn's Mist.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's right. I think.
Or not Tavern, Inn.
Inn.
Specifically
Inn.
just an inn. He does not have a link to Tavern.
Yes. But he has some booze for a friend.
Yeah, he does. Mostly for
We-
himself after dealing with customers.
We wanted to go to the wetlands, didn't we?
Or
Dawn
the
Wetlands.
Wizard. Yes.
Or- So, because we've already seen the Weezard.
Yeah, you already went and met Oz.
Oz sent us to go down to the wetlands, and then Nathan had his.
And then
You got a day out, and then
Yeah.
Kay,
I've got a
for the
day
night.
out, and then
Immediately a day
I
back.
woke up.
Yeah.
I woke up real angry.
Well, I guess what I'll do is I'll get up and I will. I've probably been up for hours already. I'm gonna go over and I'm just gonna peer over, Kay, and be like, "Good morning. How are things? Any aches and pains? Any ailments? Anything feels stiff? Rubbing you the wrong
Kay.
way?"
Kay motions with his very metallic, very cold hand and just reaches onto his face and he's like,
And it's an odd
I don't
sensation.
know.
Very well. That's
It's an odd
very,
sensation because you can feel the pressure on your face, but you can't feel it in your fingers.
I think that's rather good. That's rather you're doing very well.
Suddenly, knock, 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 knock.
I will quickly go to the door and open it.
Is Kay still alive?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. He's dead.
Oh, damn it! I knew the first 12 hours were the most dangerous.
He's lying, Sylvania. He's definitely alive.
Oh, you
Nope,
didn't
he's
resurrect
dead.
him.
He's just very grumpy this
Wait,
morning.
did he die and then you resurrect
No,
him?
No, I can't do that.
Is Theo a necromancer now?
No, I'm not a necromancer.
Anna
You
shows
have
up
weird
behind.
demon magic.
Like,
we discussed
could-
that on the
was
way
that-
here.
was that an option? Was necromancy literally an option? Could we have let me die and then brought me
No.
back?
I
have legitimate questions about
First
this
off,
right now.
No, it's not demon magic. I don't know what it is. Second, definitely not. I am not a necromancer. Third, no, we are not ever bringing you back as a lich because that would be horrible. And I'd rather not deal with a lich K.
Would it be? I don't know. I think it'd be great.
No,
No.
that's
We
final.
don't know what this thing can do, right? Like,
Sylvania,
it's
Sylvania?
just here now.
What are the specs of the arm that you made for Kay? Do you have them on hand?
Yes, it should be able to do everything Kay's arm could do, except for feel. It doesn't do the whole feeling thing.
The
Um,
architect.
It's
Of your
rather
limb.
annoying, actually.
There's
never
only
find
a 2% chance of random combustion, so that's probably don't need to worry about that.
That's terrible odds.
Worst case scenario,
You know
just pull it
how
off and
often
throw
I
it at a
use
monster.
this arm? Just think about how often, like, how long it's been since wild magic's happened. Wait, that's only been once.
Think of it this way, Kay. If we ever get stuck in a pickle, you can take off your arm, toss it, and I'll blow it up with fire.
Oh, I will note that if you wild magic grow or shrink yourself again, the arm's not growing or shrinking with you.
Well, conveniently, that's gonna suck later.
Who wants breakfast? Let's go! And I shuffle everybody downstairs.
Yep, I'm all packed up. I'm ready to leave this behind us.
Ready to go.
I'm just like poking Kay's arm the whole way down. I'm like, is this still working right? Poof.
She's just gonna run. It's like it's like the first
Can
Abrams Star Trek movie where McCoy is following Kirk, going,
Actually-
I can fix that.
Actually, I want to know if, while my arm is being poked by our lovely mechanic, I want to know if Kay can accidentally flinch at our lovely mechanic. Just like random jerky motion, which was totally and completely
Unintentional.
unintentional.
Roll me a performance check. And Sylvania, if you want to contest, you can roll a insight check.
Okay.
Inside.
I figured out how to roll the dice indeed on roll 20, so that's an exciting thing. The answer is she's gonna notice. I'm pretty sure I said performance, right? Yeah. So my performance is 11.
17.
Yeah, so you
You can add modifiers to it?
You would add modifiers, but manually.
Yeah, you can manually add in the like 1d20 plus whatever, and then it'll calculate that, add that into the calculation.
I'm just gonna learn as we go. So excuse me if I roll multiple times for something.
So your roll is 11. So
Yeah,
you're,
that's what
you're
we're going
welcome to
with.
Flinch, but Sylvania is able to figure out that it was intentional.
Arm does not
I don't
improve
care.
attitude. In fact, might decrease tolerance for touching.
I'm 110% okay with flinching in Sylvania's direction because I get that I am literally now part her creation. But
Isn't that
man,
a
is it
terrifying
annoying.
It's like, watch the feet. They hurt.
Oh god. Just add
Next thing you know, you'll have a robotic leg, and I'll be telling you that it was supposed to be a jetpack.
That I have nightmares about you adding other limbs to my body. That's my nightmares now. Whatever they were before, they're gone.
Kate just ends up so accident prone throughout the course of the campaign that by the end of it he's just a warforged.
That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be fun though?
Some sort
A
of
warforged
construct.
of Sylvania's creation. This is brilliant. I want this to happen now.
I mean, it can happen, but the question is, will it listen to you? And the answer is no.
I don't care if it listens to me, as long as it's my creation.
I created it, and then it's only tried to kill me a few times in the process.
So, seeing that everyone's up, I'm gonna have all my stuff packed up, and I'm just gonna go downstairs to the inn and talk to Jimrick.
Okay.
I just want to mention to him that if anybody comes looking for a group that resembles us, we were never here.
Ah, you got yourself into some trouble.
Always. You know me. Trouble's my middle name.
It was the slug, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's always the slug.
Always the slug.
Yeah, no one seems to like Slugworth. I can't understand why. He's so cuddly.
And you watch your actually just take a step back and it's like, for sure.
Cuddly. Cuddly is the verb or the adjective she chooses.
But no worries.
Has
He's
Slugworth
buddy.
been used on Sylvania yet?
No.
yet.
No.
So,
Okay.
Sylvania has not experienced that.
Ignorance bliss,
Don't.
brilliant.
It's gonna happen.
yeah, it'll happen.
It'll happen.
We're going on a quest.
Let's go.
In our favorite rocket ship.
Yeah.
So people, you're heading out, like you have stop and you're able to eat breakfast and all that kind of stuff, and because I was like, Theo was originally like, let's go get breakfast before Kay starts stabbing people.
Yeah.
But you're able to get some breakfast easily enough, and are you heading straight out back towards the Doan Wetlands, or what are people doing? Is there anything people?
That
want to
sounds
pick
like
up
a
before
fun
they go?
plan.
I think we had a bunch of off days, and I think we're ready to go out again.
Yeah, I'm ready to practice using this. Wonder what happens when I hit things with it.
Kay, you should take out.
Practice makes perfect.
You should take out the gift I gave you and use that a few more times. Also,
Well,
if you're going to punch something, please make it not living, and dog is not included in that list.
Dog is living, as far as I can tell. I don't have full control over her, so I must assume that she has some sort of living thing in her.
There we go. Dog is living. Punch a tree.
Automation does not equal
Aw.
sentience.
so like I can't punch dinner or enemies attacking us, nothing like that. No.
You know what, Kay?
I don't have permission to attack living things with my arm.
DM, what
Remember
time
this.
is
And then Theo
Do you-
tells you to punch a tree, which is
it? Yeah,
living.
Remember this.
DM, what time is it in the morning?
It's maybe like probably 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Kay, it is 9:30, 10 in the morning. Can you just, like, the sass, just cap it for another 2-3 hours, and then we'll talk about it later. Punch a tree.
Will we? Because like I don't know.
I'll
I
make
have to
it
hand
5.
it to you. You make a interesting point. But
Theo walks towards the gate.
So on one hand, things could be worse. On the other hand, it's missing.
on one hand,
I made so many jokes like that.
Things
back
could
when
be
my hand was
better.
broken.
it's like
So
on the other
okay.
hand, it's robotic.
Yeah, back when my hand broken, I made so many jokes like that. It's like, on one hand, I was able to do this, that, and the other thing. On the other hand, it's broken.
I mean, it's not broken. It seems to work. I have no sense of feeling. Wonder what strangling someone with this would feel like. Wonder if it would
Much
feel.
of anything.
That's disturbing.
Well, it
Let's
depends
go!
if you are talking about your physical source of feeling or your mental source of feeling. If you don't feel anything mentally while you strangle someone, there might be something wrong with you.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not feeling myself performing an action, so really it could just be me hallucinating.
This is true. A very elaborate hallucination.
So as the group
I
is,
mean, y'all do magic.
That was
I don't know what
weird.
you've done to me.
I created you an arm. I
And-
thought you figured that out.
I did. But I haven't figured out what all this can do yet. So,
It's an
Maybe
arm.
Sylvania.
and that's what's concerning.
So as the group is starting to head over back towards the gates, you're passing the markets, and Anna, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Huh?
And as you spin, there's Marigold standing there.
Oh, hi. Right. We weren't leaving without you. What's up?
She's like, about that. So, hey, your group is, how should I say, crazy.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the
Yes,
nice
that
way
is
of
why I'm
putting it.
here.
I do appreciate you helping me escape, Dogneer, but I've been weighing my options. Yes, there's safety numbers, but I get the feeling that, and she looks over Kate, like, his arm going buck wild and getting cut off is probably
Was a
one
bit
of the
too
more
much for
normal
you.
things in your lives. I think I've
Actually, surprisingly, no. But that's okay.
What you've
Bye.
never seen? You've never seen an automation a young man lose his arm and then get an automation before?
No, usually they die.
Fair, I made it and I never, I've never seen it before.
But like I do owe you all. I owe you my life, and I don't know what kind of crazy you're gonna run into chasing after those artifacts for the creepy wizard. But if you need an extra knife or two, or maybe a spoon to come along with you, I'm still at your service. If not, I think I found a caravan that I can travel north with. I just gotta lay low for a couple days until it's time to go.
Well,
It was
It-
nice knowing you. Bye.
don't mind him. He's cranky. It was very nice to meet you, Marigold. It's
Cranky. I've never been
I put my
happier.
hand over Kay's mouth. It's obviously your choice. If you feel like we're a little too much, well, I can understand. Sometimes I feel like our group, at least a certain someone, is a little too much too.
I'm just imagining Kay's tongue like poking through your fingers.
I'm like grabbing it with my fingers and like twisting. Nevertheless,
It kind of sounds like we're all in agreement then that Marigold's gonna take off.
it's probably safer for you in the long run, I'll be honest.
That's fair. A 7-point death is pretty high.
So Anna's gonna reach out to shake Marigold's hand,
She'll reach out and shake yours as well.
and then she'll pull. Anna's gonna pull Marigold down and be like, "You never saw us, right? We never saw you. I don't know what you are. I don't know who you are. You don't know what a verdant is. Lips are sealed.
The hell's a verdant?
Exactly." And then I'll let her go.
And she's like, well, in the event that I do ever see you all around, hopefully there'll be less fire. And she shoots a glance over at Sylvania. Oh, one more thing, and hopefully this will help tide you over. Don't ask where I got it. That's not important. Just take it. You all seem like nice enough people. Try not to die, okay? She reaches out and places something back into your hand, Anna, and then she turns and ducks into the crowds.
All right.
As you look down your hand, there is a vial filled with red fluid, one you've seen before on several occasions. It is a basic healing potion.
Hooray!
Oh my god. How did she afford something so obnoxiously... Wait a minute, I
Where
don't care. Let's
Where did
go!
you feel it from?
I like reach over and I like hit Kay lightly. I do one of those thwacks on the chest, like on the shoulder, and be like, "Be nice." And then I move towards the gate.
Anna, you don't happen to have an alchemist friend in town?
I mean, yeah. I know lots of people in this town. Presumably, right, Aaron?
You know quite a few people. Like, you're not like well versed with like everyone who lives in the town, but you're down here frequently enough that you did, especially with when it came to the merchants, you had met quite a few people.
Yep, like I know of a person.
Okay.
I'll introduce you sometime to her. Him.
I think it'd be better if you didn't.
Oh, okay, then I won't. Thank you for specifying. Well, Marigold was the nicest person I ever turned invisible. Let's go.
How many people have you turned invisible?
1.
2 if you include yourself.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Still the nicest.
Wow. What does that make you, Anna?
Second nicest.
Well,
Uh-huh.
second time is the charm. You set out once more for your attempt at a 9-day journey towards the ruins south of Lake Amasura in the Doan wetlands. The road itself is fairly well traveled and is one of the main routes from Ithmir to Amanodel as well, initially. To the north, there are the dense trees of the southern Antrak woods. Towering far beyond them, you can just barely see the tips of the Antrak mountains cresting the horizon. To the south is primarily farmsteads. The scent of barley is permeating the air as you walk. You travel. You're passing various caravans coming both ways, as like some wagons pass you along the road as you're on foot, and some are going back the other way towards Ithmir. But your first day of travel is fairly relaxed, fairly calm, and you'd all traveled this route earlier in the week, prior to Kay's arm going buck wild. And as night starts to roll in, you find yourself near the same roadside clearing to set up camp as you had the last time you adventured this way. So as people start settling in, are people keeping watch?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ah!
In what order?
I'll go first because I have less steps to give at the moment.
Okay.
I will go second. Because hopefully Kay waking me up will put him in a better mood.
Anna. Who's after Anna?
Sylvania.
And I will go last.
Okay. So Kay, roll me a perception check.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Roll 1d20 plus what? It's perception, right?
Yeah.
I'm good at that. Hey, it's a 19.
19. Alrighty. I need to bring it up so I can read it without having to like lay it across my desk. So over the course of the night, or over the course of your watch, it's fairly calm for the most part. You do see often the trees, the occasional like flittering light of like the fireflies and such moving about. You do see a couple of people who are traveling later into the night, passing by in like a large wagon, or covered wagon as it rolls along. But yeah, your watch goes by fairly uneventful. As you're a couple hours wound up, how are you waking up Anna?
So Kay, still being in a mood because, his arm is, his arm.
Dismemberment and rememberment.
He's just gonna walk over to Anna and go, Anna!
I feel like we all should roll a perception check.
Yeah, everyone roll me a perception check to see who wakes up.
Holy shit. I'm assuming I'm not rolling one.
No, everyone's rolling one. Anna
God.
included.
I rolled a 17. I definitely wake up, I think.
Rolled a 9?
So everyone except Anna wakes up as you stand over top of Anna and just yell, "Ah!"
That's what I get for assuming things.
Kay, why are you yelling?
Had to wake Anna up.
Is she woken up?
Nope.
Then you failed. Go back to bed.
I haven't gone to I haven't gone to sleep yet.
I don't
How can I go
care.
back?
Then go away. I will go over and I'll shake Anna away.
You could have just taken her watch and let her sleep, but no, instead you wake her up too.
I've only had how many hours of my trance right now? I'll
About
wake Anna
2.
up. Yeah.
It's
I need
fine.
4 of those hours, asshole. Shake Anna away. Anna.
Hi, Theo.
Yep. It's your turn.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go lean against that tree and pretend Kay didn't wake me up rudely.
Oh,
I didn't wake you up. I tried to wake Anna up.
Go
Everyone
to
else
sleep,
woke up
Kay.
instead.
Nobody cares.
great. I think I missed something, but
Yes.
I'm just gonna do my watch.
I care.
I have keen powers of perception.
Aha. So let's see those keen powers of perception, Anna.
Better. I got 13.
13. Okay. So Anna, as you're sitting there, you start to hearing that little like zzz of a mosquito nearby, and like as soon as you hear it, you're just like, but where? And so like you're like focusing on it and focusing on it, like you hear it for a little bit and then it stop and vanish, and you're like, that's the worst time. And then you feel a little prick and you go and swat, and then you immediately hear the zzz as it goes off, and a little bit later it comes like buzzing right by your ear, just that moment of, But because it's still a fair bit darker, you're not quite able to see where it is. It's, you know it's there, just don't know where.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, phooey. Okay. 18.
18. You hear it one more time as it's come buzzing by, and you turn and just bring your hand across, and like you squeeze, and then you open up your hand and you see you manage to snag it.
Burn down under.
Congratulations,
of it.
you have more success in catching mosquitoes than you do catching fireflies.
She doesn't have success in catching fireflies at all.
I know.
Thanks. All right. Well.
Just an observation.
Yeah.
But over the course of your watch, like aside from the occasional mosquito, which you managed to avoid getting bit for the most part. There's a couple bites and a couple of itchy spots, but for the most part, you're fairly unscathed.
Okay. Lovely.
As your watch comes to an end, how are you waking up Sylvania?
Very delicately, I'm gonna go into Sylvania's tent and just like nicely shake her awake. So, Sylvania, wake up.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, it's your turn. Hooray!
Already?
Yeah.
I feel like I've done this already. No, didn't do this today.
All right. No time like the present, buddy. Come on.
Get up and I like grab dog and start watching.
Did you ever reattach dog's leg, or has dog just been hobbling along with 3 and you just carry the last leg?
I assume I would have attached it back to her before we went out.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
2.
You're sitting there and you're kind of like looking around and watching, and I want you to make me a con save.
On save. Oh no.
Yep, a con save.
That's moderately concerning.
Not the con save.
What is okay? That okay. Ten.
So you're sitting there and like watching, and you're like looking back at your tent, kind of looking around, and remembering how warm your bedroll was, and you're like, I'm just gonna lay down for a minute, and you go and you lay down in
Oh,
your
well.
tent, and then
Oh no.
out.
This is how we all die.
Not with the bang, but with the.
I mean, let's be honest, though. Theo should be done his trance right about now, sort of.
Yeah.
Theo should have been done the trance as soon as I started my watch, technically.
Technically, but I also woke Theo up, so there's got to be like a window of just like grouchy Theo, because the time it took between Kay screaming and, I mean, Kay politely waking up Annah.
More of a question of DM, do I wake up?
Roll me a perception check.
16.
16. You're sitting there in your trance against the tree, and after a little bit, like, you kind of like open your eyes and look around, and you can just see like one of Sylvania's legs just like sticking out from the tent, and it's just like,
Damn it. I get up.
Our parent is back at parenting again, guys.
I go over. I guess I'm just gonna quickly duck in. Do I see that Sylvania is asleep?
Yep.
Okay,
Very
well
good
I'm just gonna go sit by the fire then.
So you go and plunk down by the fire, and looking up, it's like, yeah, it's getting to the earlier morning, and
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of your watch, like you start seeing some of those fireflies that Kay had spotted before as well, just kind of like fluttering about in the trees, and but as the sun crests over and the sky starts to brighten up a little bit, you watch them kind of fade off and disappear further into the woods. But your watch goes by fairly uneventful. Says,
I get up. I walk over to Kay. Is he still asleep?
most certainly.
Is there like a pan or something?
Yes, you would still have.
You take out the pan. I take out the handle. My Yokwa. I go over to Kay.
Can I be perceptive now? Because I want to know if
I go right up.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage because you are asleep.
I mean, this is
And
fine.
also, Theo, roll me a stealth check.
So, roll 2d20.
That's going to add them together.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah, it
fine
will.
then. Well, that's stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah, I haven't put together you guys' character sheets on Roll20 yet. That's something I do want
Yeah.
to do, so that way you can just click and it'll automatically do those things. But
Yeah.
I
I rolled a 10.
So, can I say how I want to react to this scenario?
sure.
Because I'm expecting Theo to come up, up royally close to Kay.
Yeah.
So instead of Theo hitting the pan, I want to take Kay's metal arm and punch the pan.
Amy pepper cookie.
Roll me an unarmed attack. So it's just a strength check.
The worst part is one of those is a natural fucking 20.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to. It's not a natural 20. I didn't add things. That'd be +1, so it's a 12.
12?
No. No, you're lying.
I just want it to hit enough to make a ding
Yeah,
and scare Theo first.
yeah. As you're like creeping up, and you like bring your yokel back and get ready to hit it, Kay's arm just reaches up and just like, not even like punches, but just like full hand palm just hits the bottom of the pan, or this like pot, and just sends the ringing like straight into your face.
I drop the pot and go, ah! And I scream really loudly.
Good morning, Theo.
Oh! I walk away. Shane will walk away.
My
Not
favorite
bad,
part
I'm
about
just
all of
disappointed.
my favorite part about this is I have a stored up 5 minutes of yelling that I'm allowed to do, and I'm purposely like internalizing all of it into buckets of sass because I want to save that rage for I don't know when. It's gonna happen soon, and it's gonna be great.
Oh.
It's not necessarily going to be directed at Theo. It's going to probably be directed at an enemy of some kind. I'm being very aggressive with them. But still, it's fine. Maybe it'll change my alignment a little bit. Who knows?
So as... Actually, I'll just roll. Oh yeah. The ringing from the pot is easily loud enough for everyone in the camp to kind of like jolt awake a little bit. As this like very hollow just bang hits the or goes firing off. So
Hey, that's not how you cook things. You don't punch the pan. And it's gonna
That's
crawl
also-
out of her tent
That's
and start.
also not how you wake people up.
Obviously.
It is when you scream at them in the morning!
Is
I thought he
Sylvania
screamed
awake?
at us in the evening.
Sylvania is awake.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not screaming. I wanted to do a that's not screaming, this is screaming moment, but I guess I can save that for later.
So as the group gets up and packs up the camp, your second year of travel still following along the southern edges of the Antrak Mountains. Everyone in the party now, except for Kay and Sylvania, has, I guess so half the party, has traveled this route before. This is the same route that you had taken initially when you left Ithamir, heading towards Amonodel the first time. And Anna, you've been along this route many, many times on your way back to Yeshur.
Correct.
Looking north, you can see the Antrak Mountains, and like the mountains are a fair bit closer than they had been through most of your day's travel prior. But as later afternoon kind of rolls in, darker clouds start to kind of loom overhead, as if threatening to release their like torrent of rain at any moment. Still somewhat holding off, but you need to just get that little bit of scent of like it's going to rain.
Petrichor.
What?
Okay. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. Anyways.
I have no idea. And so as you're heading along, like you are getting as evening is nearing, you're starting to see the choppy waters of Torgal Lake off in the distance. The water's being stirred up a fair bit by fair bit stronger winds that are sweeping through at the moment. And Anna, in your frequent trips along this route, you know of a nice little campground near the lake. It costs a gold to stay in one of the cabins for the night, but the cabins comfortably house 6 people, and the campground does have paid guards that patrol throughout the course of the night. You occasionally stay there on your way back to Yeshur, and especially in times where you'd made some good sales with your Happy Bee honeymead. And part of it was, or partially because you enjoyed watching the sunrise glistening across the lake surface, but mostly because there was usually an abundance of bugs in the trees surrounding the lake.
Yeah.
And so you'd often spend a couple hours each morning when you'd stop in here, looking to see what kind of bugs you were able to find.
Great. So I obviously know, like, probably a bad storm's coming then. I can kind of sense that this is going to be pretty terrible to travel in.
Yeah. Well, and it's nearing evening regardless.
Oh, perfect. All right. Hey friends. So we're gonna need to hunker down for the night, and I don't think we want to be camping out in this. I actually know of a really good spot that's super cheap, and we should go there now. It's an old campground. Yeah.
Sure. Why not? That's I've never camping in a campground.
It's
It's probably,
cabins.
you
It'll
know-
be fun.
Oh, it's cabins. I thought it would be more tents. Yes, I could do. Well, any night not spent in a tent or against a tree is a good night.
And because it's gonna rain.
Can we get more than one cabin?
Yeah. It's a gold per cabin.
Sounds good. Let's go.
So you hustle along, and you kind of take a little bit of an off path to get into the campgrounds, and you see this guy sitting at the base of the check-in lodge, and he's just like, "How you doing?"
Oh, splendid. Do I recognize him?
You do not.
We are hoping to get a cabin or two for the night. Are there any available?
Let me check. And he goes and he flips over the book and flipping through. He's like, "Yeah, 13 and 14 are open."
Ooh, perfect. I look back at everyone like, two? We're going with two?
2
Not
sounds good.
13.
What? Yeah, okay.
Not 13.
Kay and I can probably take 13.
Yeah, okay, great.
Sure.
I will slip 2 gold to the gentleman.
He takes the gold and he pulls out a couple of keys and hands them over. It's like, check out to 11 in the morning.
Oh, perfect. 11 a.m. Thank you, good sir.
Not a problem.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go sleep.
Okay, so you take the keys and you've been here several times. So you know the general layout of the campgrounds. So you kind of guide them through down this it's just basically a gravel road type setup to each of the cabins. And the cabins, once again, they're not huge cabins, but they can house about 6 people apiece. Going inside, they're bunk beds.
Ooh, yes.
We have 6 people apiece. And we got 2 for 2 people. Actually, this is great.
So you head in, and Theo and Kay are in 13, and Anna and Sylvania are in 14.
Yay! Camping sleepover.
Good night. On the
Kay
bed.
is going to
Out.
go to whatever bunk bed is at the back of the cabin, and he's going to climb up to the top bunk and on the right side. I'm assuming they're like split sideways, kind of barrack style. I'm going to sleep up there.
Okay.
That's my assumption based on every summer camp I've ever been to.
Yeah, more or less. And so you're on the top bunk. Theo, are you on top or bottom bunk?
I'll stay on a bottom bunk, but I'll kind of stay more to the front of the cabin.
Okay.
Good. What you want to say? Distance from the angsty teenager?
Yeah,
Social distancing.
yeah, social distancing. It's a thing.
Anna, are you on top bunk or bottom bunk?
I'll be doing a bottom bunk, but I'm not going to bed yet.
Okay. And Sylvania, did you collapse on a bottom
Just-
bunk?
Just the first bottom bunk there. Just there. Laid down. I was gone. I stayed awake for like 3 days.
Like you did sleep during those 3 days, but it was definitely not restful sleep by any regards.
Doing calculations in your sleep.
Just experimentations in my sleep. I don't remember which experimentations were real or not. That spontaneous combustion might have been a dream. Who knows?
Crazy math. Yeah, crazy fever math dreams.
Spontaneous combustion could have been a dream.
That's awesome.
Although that being said, considering the fact that even Marigold was commenting on hopefully there'll be less fire, you're not entirely sure of that.
I put out a lot of those fires.
a fish may or may not have also been used to put out those fires.
Oh yeah, that's
Just
right.
like that. Why is there a fish in this?
Surfish.
Because of fish.
So Anna, you said you weren't going to bed just yet. What are you planning on doing?
I'm probably just gonna hang out outside since it's a comfortable, familiar place, and take off my shoes and walk along the lake part. Yeah,
Lake edge.
lake edge. Thank you, edge. I was gonna
The
say
beach?
lake, river, shore. Yeah, beach. And just kind of enjoy myself before it starts raining.
Okay. So you go out and you're walking along the beach and you're just barefoot and just enjoying being able to just dig your toes into the cool sand. As you're kind of doing that, you can see off in the woods several fireflies floating about, and you also start noticing, like, you start hearing that like little buzzing sound of mosquitoes again, but you also start spotting several dragonflies darting about throughout the air. But then as soon as you hear like one clap of thunder, you kind of watch all of them just kind of scatter. And looking out across the lake, you can kind of see that wall of water, the wall of rain, just kind of like progressing across the lake. You can see like the bit of a choppiness, but then you can see like all the diplets off in the distance as the water, basically this wall of rain is gradually moving towards you.
Oh, well, this was short-lived. I'm gonna turn around and tail it back.
You hightail it back, and just as you're getting to the cabin, like you step inside the door and turn around, and you watch that wall of water walk up, or like basically whoosh, just hit that edge of the cabin. Just...
Are the cabins like right beside each other or across from each other, or?
They're beside each other.
Okay.
There's a few like trees and all that in between, but you can still see the one cabin from the other.
I'm gonna actually open the door and stand in the door and just kind of watch the rain coming down. Like, whoo, she coming down.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard. Even looking at the ground, you're just watching like the water hit and just these big splashes of it as the rain collides. Yeah, you can hear the just the echoing clap of thunder as it just reverberates through the trees, and it's quite a heavy rainfall.
This was a good call from Annah. I would not want to be in a tent in this.
Ooh, I am gonna prop my water skin up on a rock to try and fill it, because I don't think I filled it before I left, so.
Okay. See, you just like prop that up and just kind of like leave the very small head of the water skin up.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting a miracle, but something's better than nothing.
Okay. So as the night goes on and you all wake up fairly rested. Anna, you're one of the first ones up. You kind of like sit up and like the sun hasn't quite come up yet. But you figured it's like looking outside and just from previous experience, like it's probably about half an hour before the sun comes up. And so it's like this is like best bow hunting time, and also sunrise in the lake. And
Yes, so excited. Is it still raining or is the sky cleared?
it is drizzling, not overly, like there's still some overcast, but not a whole heck of a lot.
So it's gonna look awesome on the clouds.
Yeah.
Stellar. Okay, I'm gonna wake up Sylvania so that she knows that the cool sunrise is gonna happen in half an hour. Like, Sil,
Okay.
you gotta be up in half an hour, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. I'm gonna run over to Theo and Kay to
Okay.
give them the same message.
So you run over and alert Theo and just bang on the door.
I open it. Good morning.
Morning. So in half an hour, you need to be outside and looking up.
Anything in particular?
It's just the sky.
Is
Your
there
life will
something?
be better for it.
Okay.
And
I'll-
bring Kay.
DM, what time is it?
At this point, it's probably close to like 7 in the morning.
you want to wake up a sassy, cranky K to look up at the sky?
Yeah, he's been in a bit of a funk, hasn't he? You know what?
I'm about this close to stabbing him.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Leave him in bed. Leave him in bed. And
Like, I'll tap him and tell him, but...
No, that's okay. On second thought, he can just stew in his dreams.
Okay. I'll join you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Then I'll go tap K and go,
I heard.
okay. Then I leave.
Perfect. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna wait for that bitchin' sunset.
Sunrise.
Or yeah, that's the one.
Sunrise. Yeah. I'm just standing there looking up at the
Okay,
sky
half an hour you gotta be out there. We're gonna wait all day until the
I'll
sunset.
stay through the sunset.
until the sunset. You mean, can't we go get something to eat? No, all day. Sit here.
We will watch it here. So is Sylvania, do you end up actually going out to join them or no?
Yeah, you kind of see me. I just kind of am holding on to dog and get dog to drag me outside, just like sort of half awake.
You're just kind of like slumped over dog.
Yeah.
I if any of you have ever been camping ever,
Oh, yeah.
have that like first morning fresh air walk. It's not the walk that you're meant to engage with anyone during. It's more like the I need to go pee at 5 a.m. or the I need to like understand that outside my tent is super freezing cold and this is stupid. That kind of walk, except the campsite version. That's K right now. So like I'm picturing him like half dressed in his underlayers, just like walking outside like a person before coffee, but also looking shaggy enough because at the same time sort of camping.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was asked to be here by Annah, so I'm here. I don't know why, but I'm here.
So as everyone's left their cabins, Anna kind of like guides you all quickly down to the lake. And the water itself at this point is fairly calm as the sun peaks over the horizon. You can see like the reflection of the scattered clouds overhead reflecting very clearly upon the lake surface. And as the warm sunlight creates this eerie orange glow in the fog on the far side of the lake, and both the sky and the lake start to brighten up, just kind of like cascading across the water and across the sky as the sun continues upwards, going from the dark rays into more of a bright blue. The water shimmering as you see that like stretch of orange cascading across the surface. And all in all, like it's fairly lovely sunrise. I just about said sunset. It's like no, that's the wrong sound of the day. We're not standing here all day. Yeah, you get to watch that. Essentially, the sun rising into itself is like you watching the both coming across the water as well as rising up into the sky. As calm morning, and you see the occasional driplets of water as most of the drizzle has kind of died off at this point. The roadways are a wee bit muddy, but campgrounds.
Tell me this isn't perfect.
It's very beautiful.
This isn't perfect.
Still.
What? You just told me to tell you
So,
that.
for sake of my amusement, I rolled at home to see what my opinion was. So I crit 20'd. So Kay is like enamored by like the fact that he is stoned because he's not awake yet, and it's so pretty. He's just like, holy fucking shit, okay. This was worth waking up for. And he's just like enamored by the beauty and majesty of the sunrise over a lake after a storm.
Kay's
Right.
having a moment.
I am having a moment.
Yeah,
Oh, look
and
at that
especially
pretty
since
mushroom cloud.
especially since it's like the post-rain kind of thing. There's still that like very fresh, clean smell in the air.
Well, no, and I'm also like, it's also because I'm still imagining it's not like clear skies. I'm
No, there's
imagining
still
it's
clouds in the sky.
it's partially overcast
Yeah.
cast, so you're getting that red orange like color mix
Yeah,
that's bouncing on the underside of the clouds and on the lake, so you have like this pink reddish hue everywhere.
Yep.
At least that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, because as the sun's coming out, it's not completely overcast, but there's still a fair bit of clouds in the sky, and so you're getting to see them light up as well as that reflection, on the surface of the water.
Heaven, I tell ya. Now for the bugs. And I'm gonna go wading through some of the thicket of the river. Like, see what I can find.
Is
Okay.
this actually one of your bug collecting spots? Is that where we ended up staying?
Yep. Great place for memories.
Oh boy.
In fact, this is where you found Slugsworth's.
This is where I found Slugsworth. Oh my gosh, guys. He's
I
home.
immediately turn around and go back to the cabin.
Yep, because Kay also picked up on that and was like, and the moment is ruined. Bye.
I don't notice them leave.
Yeah, you're too busy digging for bugs.
Yep.
Immediately back into the cabin.
That's fine. It's just there are two of us that are like, no.
No.
Sylvania, who has not yet been graced with the experience of Slugsworth.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh, interesting. I'm just gonna follow Anna.
So roll me survival checks. For bug hunting.
Survival.
Survival. For anyone who's
Every-
bug hunting.
Oh, for bug hunting. Okay. Not us home people who are like, nature, it's everywhere. Get it off.
No, you found your way back to the cabin easily enough.
I mean, no. See, the problem was this is where Slugsworth came from, and Slugsworth gives me nightmares. So I can't just
Slugworth gives everyone nightmares.
well, except Sylvania.
For now.
Or Anna.
13.
13.
5.
So Sylvania, you're just kind of like following along and just like watching what Anna's doing. Not really actively engaging so much in the attempting to bug collect yourself. And you spot and are able to catch various smaller bugs, grasshoppers, caterpillars, and a couple of moths. At one point, you see, but you don't quite manage to catch this really large green grasshopper. And by large, I mean we're talking like the size of those like mini cucumbers,
Holy crap.
like a grasshopper that big. And you like see it and you're like, I want it, but by the time you manage to try and get close, like you're reaching out and you're just getting ready to snatch it, and then it takes off and opens up its wings and just gives good flight as you watch kind of like careen out over the water and then back over into brush quite a ways away. By the time you get over there, it's gone.
Like, it was this big, and no one's ever gonna believe me.
I believe you.
Oh, thanks, Dill. What time is it now after our bug
You spent
excursion?
about half an hour bug hunting.
All right. You know what? I will head back to the cabin to
Yeah,
slowly
so-
pack up my stuff.
yeah, by the time everyone's all packed up, it's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning or so.
Okay.
So as people head out, while the main road continues up to the northeast, your destination lays to the south. There is a large pathway that leads all the way around the lake. And so you follow that for the majority of your day. But it takes most of the day for you to of travel before you're nearing the southern crest of the lake. While the road you've been traveling on appears to be fairly well kept, you reach that point where it's starting to get into the evening, and looking at the path you are going to be able to take, and it's a little more of a there's less of a like distinct path and more of like vaguely patched dirt.
It's more like an animal trail sort of thing, where it's like clearly things have walked down this before, but it's not like maintained, or it's more of something that formed naturally, not
Precisely.
like from being worn down.
Yeah, precisely. Like, it looks like there may have been a road here at some point. Like, like, what looks like there's been, like, heavy travel at some point in time or another. But is long since fell into disrepair, and you can see, like, patches of grass that have grown through the, like, mud and kind of, like, cracked this area up a bit, and so it looks like there may have been more of a road here at one point, but there's not been a whole lot of travel back down this way.
I'm going to assume I'm no longer familiar with the area.
No, most of your travel, you'd gone up past the northern end of the lake and then headed north. So Turtle Lake is up here, and usually you had gone up this way, whereas in this one you've hit the campground, which is up here, and then you're coming down along the southern edge of Torval Lake, essentially to that point.
All right.
I'm now Wilson. Heidi ho, good neighbor.
Wow. I'm really happy hopefully we all understand that reference.
Good
But
work.
like, wow. Just thinking about how long ago home improvement was a thing is terrifying.
Yeah, I remember watching that as a kid.
Exactly.
Actually, one of the things I also intend on doing is getting the map also moved on to Roll20, so that way I can display a little bit easier, like, this is approximately where you are. Or this is approximately where this thing is happening.
Eventually.
Yep.
So we've been traveling for 2 days now?
3.
3, sorry. And how far was our destination?
9.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Based off of like looking at the map and the path, you figured it'd take you probably about 9 days to get there.
Okay.
At this junction, which is where you'd have that like off path to head south, you do note there is a clearing enough that you can just like kind of hunker down, put up tents and stuff like that in. It looks like there have been other people who have done so in this area. You can see like the remnants of like a fire pit where it's just got the rocks laid around and some ashes in the pit still.
Okay. I guess it's time to settle down for the night.
Yeah, and so who is watching?
I'm gonna go first.
I'll go last just because Theo's probably going to be salty about it again
Yes.
if I go first. So, and I'm still being a little bit of a shit.
Can you play them?
For me being a shit or Theo being mad at me?
Yes.
All the above.
I mean, you guys removed my arm.
I
They
had
didn't,
nothing
the
to-
doctor did.
We did not remove your arm. Someone had an accident, and we were all very supportive while someone went through the motions of that accident. And
I
then
don't.
we saved that someone's life by getting him immediate medical attention.
It took a day. It hurt. I questioned where the
Immediate
I questioned
medical
where the
attention.
I questioned where the consent happens. Mostly I'm
The
just.
consent happened the moment someone touched the cursed artifact.
Mhm.
And
Is
someone
that
said,
how
"Hey,
that works?
if it goes to my shoulder, someone has to like cut this bitch off."
By all technicality, it's supposed to be the elbow initially.
It was supposed to be
Specifically,
the
it was
elbow.
supposed to be the elbow.
But somebody
Let's be
was
clear.
like-
But
then you
it
hit
didn't
past
get-
the elbow.
someone
did-
was a little bit of a scaredy pants and decided not to tell the bugbear.
Actually, the bugbear left like the day before it
Decided
crossed
not
the
to tell the
threshold.
bugbear.
I didn't tell the bugbear. The bugbear left. Completely separate argument. Anyways, I'm being an angsty teenager now. It's official. I'm going through the moods. So, you know.
other
I
stuff.
I can go last. This seems
Can't we
fine.
take him to Omega and buy him some dances?
Alrighty, so we've got Theo first, Kay last. Is it Sylvania second or Anna second?
I'll take second. I usually do.
Okay.
Guess I'm third.
Alrighty. So Theo,
Do a perception
give
check.
perception check as you're keeping watch.
15.
15. As you're sitting there and resting, you start to hear just this god awful sound coming from the trees nearby. Like looking over, like you're trying to figure out what kind of poor bird is making this god awful noise.
Is it a dying chicken or a dying crow? Or an eagle marking its territory? Or just something else?
And, like you sit there and you're like watching, like the sound would move from time to time, and you're just like watching and looking and listening and just and just like
Is it?
you'd hear it and you're just like, where the fuck is it? What the fuck is it?
I pick up a rock and I throw it in the direction that I think it's coming from.
Roll me a ranged attack, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
So this be dexterity,
Oh, plus my dex?
dex or strength, I guess. You're picking up a rock and throwing it.
Yeah, they're both 1, so 8.
8. You throw this rock, and it leaves your sight lines. You hear it hit the grass, and you're like, and after you're like, well, I don't hear it. Then after like
Yeah.
5 minutes,
I pick up another one and I huck it.
give me another attack.
Shut up! 17.
17. You whip this rock, and you hear it thunk against a tree, and you just hear the flap of wings take off.
Stupid bird.
And you sit there, like, concentrating where you threw the rock for the next, like, 15, 20 minutes in silence.
Fucking
Theo is
bird.
so angry. Why are you so angry?
If she deals with you all the time.
I
Also,
don't know. We
Okay,
deal
what
with
do you have
each
in your-
other.
you have something in front of your webcam.
Hmm?
Or something is blocking... Oh, never mind. That's just...
This is just a blanket
This is the blanket.
because I'm cold.
No, it's,
We all
it's
have
actually
blankets.
the shadows on the wall. Like I looked over and just the way it was. It looked like you had like you leaning back with like your foot up and the toe like just barely in front of the like webcams. Like it's like
That would be impressive. I mean, I expect the shadows on my wall to change. So if at any point there's like creepy, ominous writing over here, please let me know. That means the tree outside or like God is trying to communicate, and we just need to be abundantly aware.
Good to know. Yeah, it just looked like there was something like blurry there. So I was like, what is in front of his camera? But nope, that's just a wall. I'm blind.
Before I finish up my watch, I'd like to take out a bit of paper and write a little tiny note.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Oh, Sylvania, you're in your tent, aren't you?
Yes.
Shit! Is your head towards the doorway or towards the...
My head is probably under dog.
Oh, okay. Okay, then. I will just... Obviously, the note will just say, wake K rudely. And then what I'll do is I'll go over to Annah. And I'll shake Annah awake.
Morning.
Good morning. Or late evening. It's your turn. Could you do me a favor?
Of course.
This is a note for Sylvania. It says, wake K rudely. Could you give it to her?
Yeah, that's easy.
Thank you. And I tuck it to Anna. and I go to bed.
Happy meditating.
Also, Terry Atkins like single parent life. Legit throw rocks at birds too.
Yes.
Wonder what Kay did that warrants this note. Guess I'll never know. Ahem. Do you want that perception check?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
It's a 7.
It's a 7. Oh no.
Seven.
Oh no, it's a 7.
Actually, let's find out. Oh yeah. So the first bit of your watch goes along with fairly uneventful, and then this bird lands in the middle of your camp, and like it's hopping around, and like this bird, it looks kind of like a raven,
It's an asshole bird, isn't it?
except like on top of its head, it has kind of like this shrill up, kind of like you'd get from like a cockatiel, except
Oh,
all
no.
black.
It's an asshole bird.
What
And-
you doing, buddy?
And it stops and it looks at you, and it's sitting there probably about 6 to 7 feet away from you. And it's kind of like it's standing there and it's just staring straight at you.
Is it doing like the side eye? Like,
Like every little bit, like it's like shifting its head from side to side, but its like body is staying in the same place. But it's just the head is bobbling a little bit as it's like watching you move a little bit.
I'm like sitting down on the ground while during my watch, so I'm gonna like scooch 4 feet one direction to see if it's actually gonna follow me.
Forward, backwards, right or left.
Like sides left.
Okay. You scooch over and it kind of like hops forward a little bit, so it's now closer to where, or it's a couple feet to the right of where you were before, but it's still staying about that 6 to 7 feet range of you.
Okay, and I'm gonna move back like 4 feet away from it, straight away from where I am. Straight
Okay. So you scooch back, and it hops forward. It's currently standing more, or it stops like more or less right in front of your tent as it's standing there staring at you.
back. What do you want? Are you hungry? Can I animal handle to tell if it's like motive? Is that how animal handling works?
No, but we'll give it a go.
What do you want from me? 15.
15. You're kind of like looking at it, just trying to figure like what it's doing, and you realize that you've moved exactly where it wants you to be, more or less where it wants itself to be. As it turns and reaches into your bag and pulls out a ration, and you just hear "Ah!" as it takes the fuck off.
it's an asshole bird.
That son of a bird.
And remember, Theo did this.
You don't know it's the same bird.
You are currently down 1 ration.
That's awful. Okay.
You've met crows. You've met crows, right, Jamie? They remember shit.
Oh yes, I know all about corvids.
They are either your bestest friend or your worstest enemy,
Corvids,
and never in between.
Yeah. Crows, magpies, ravens, they're all part of the same family.
And is it safe to say that I can now turn into this animal with wild shape?
Yeah, you can turn into this animal with wild shape.
Great. Cool.
And
Let's hope we
adding
never
asshole
need
bird to their
Asshole
list.
Okay, I'm gonna take
Asshole
my
bird.
bag.
Does that show up in like the D&D books? If you just Google
Asshole bird.
bird D&D, you get like character stats similar to how you get Panther.
I'm sure there's a Reddit thread somewhere that has
Somewhere.
asshole bird.
Asshole bird.
Asshole bird D&D stats. Excellent.
What I'm gonna write, asshole bird, to look up stats for. Verb.
Sorry, it's just Annah 7 is a special character for us. I need to
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
we're going to address the asshole bird.
Actually, I googled asshole bird D&D, and it's like, I know this is a D&D meme, but the first thing I see is a bird that says that little asshole's gonna be a bitch to clean. And it's the, like, cocktail or whatever it is that's standing beside the fondant machine.
Oh,
And, like,
no!
it sticks itself in the machine, and it tilts its head back, and it's just drenched in chocolate.
Oh, no!
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna take my bag and keep it close.
I'll
and
throw that in
really
our
skip-
Discord.
Really bummed out about that ration. Stupid fucking bird.
There we go, that's now in the Discord.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're down a ration, but you now have you have this strange bird that you can wild shape into.
Right. How does the rest of my watch go?
The rest of your watch goes by fairly uneventful.
Oh, good. I keep glaring where I saw it go off into the woods.
Yeah. So as your watch comes to an end, how are you waking up Sylvania?
I'm gonna go into Sylvania's tent. I'm gonna assume that dog is still on top of your face.
Probably.
Good. I'm gonna try petting dog to see if that wakes her up. Like petting dog, not yeah.
You're petting dog, not Sylvania.
Yeah.
Dog just doesn't react. It's like you're petting dog. Dog's just like, huh.
All right, that didn't work. I'm gonna start petting Sylvania.
What on Sylvania are you petting?
I guess the shoulder.
Okay.
Whatever's exposed closest to the tent. Foot, maybe? I'm not sure.
Those are not dog paws. Dog, what are you doing?
It's me! It's your turn.
Oh, it's you. Why are you petting me?
It's you.
Nice way to wake up. I'd probably want to wake up with cats.
Is this a weird not goblin ritual?
Yeah.
It's a weird non-goblin ritual.
Whatever you think it is, the answer is yes. I have a note for you to read before you start your shift.
Ooh, secrets.
Yeah. I don't really get this one, so hopefully you do.
Okay.
Pass it off.
Wake up, K. What does the note actually say? Does just say wake up K rudely?
Yeah.
Okay, I get up. I bring dog over to K's tent. I point at the tent and go, sleep.
I'm okay with that.
Are you casting sleep, or are you just walking up and saying sleep?
Just saying sleep, pointing at the tent to dog, so the dog will do the same thing to me, just to K.
Sylvania's telling dog to sleep on top of me.
No, I'm good
Pretty
with this.
sure that's what's happening right now.
Great.
Okay, dog absolutely just like struts on over, like pushes its way into Kay's tent, and just not even like gently, just thump, just plunks down on top of Kay's head.
Can I make a fortitude save to see if I notice?
Yeah, that'd be a con
Or if
save.
I'm just like sleeping in such a beautifully perfect way? Because chances are, with me being me, I'd probably be like either like this, or like some weird form of cradling my head because I'm. Yeah, okay.
So
Con
roll-
save.
yeah,
you
roll
say.
I'm here to
Con save.
tell you, someone who has 2 cats, it don't matter if you're,
Okay,
in a,
hold
if
on.
you're in a ball
I'm-
on your side. They'll fucking find a way. Be it your
Yes,
head.
but cat is the size of my body
Pivot
when I'm sleeping.
your
It's
hip.
very different.
I've woken up with a cat in my face and a cat on my side and a dog against my back.
Well, I'm pretty sure I wake up.
Yeah,
6.
Suddenly, just whoop, as you like startled awake by this heavy metal cat named Dog, who was supposed to be an octopus, laying on top of you, laying on top of your head as you're kind of like.
Okay, so the question is it restricting my airways, or is it just like precariously pressed enough that I am pinned, but I can still breathe and function normally.
You can still breathe and function normally, but you are pinned.
Okay, this is fine. Nope, this is fine.
Your fate.
Kay's just gonna be very surprised, realize he's pinned, and be like, fuck it, and go back to sleep.
Okay.
I have a plan. I also don't know if it'll work.
I guess we'll find out eventually.
Yeah, we will. After, when it's my turn to get up.
Yep. So, Sylvania, having just commanded Dog to go and sleep on Kay, what else are you doing?
I wander over to Anna's tent because I assume it hasn't been long enough for Anna to fall back asleep, and I kind of go, Anna.
Yeah, what's up?
Quick question about that note. How rudely am I supposed to wake him up?
I think rudely enough that he's miserable for the entirety of the next day. I think misery was the goal here.
Anna
Oh,
can't see
the
this
seas
from
feel
outside of the
so-
tent. I just pull out my mechanical fire starter.
Oh no.
Oh, the seeds that Theo has sown.
All right. So,
Okay, so Sylvania, what are you doing?
yeah. If you light my tent on fire, I swear I am going to use my hand and put it inside of Cat and see what dog and see what happens.
I'd like to note that I'm not going back to sleep right away with that question. But I am going to poke my head out of my tent.
Okay, so you poke your head out of your tent. Sylvania, what are you doing?
I'm going and collecting kindling.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Roll me a survival check as you go searching for kindling.
I am terrified for You guys are gonna make Kay evil. What are you doing? This is gonna
I said
be
rudely.
16.
She's gonna light my tent on fire, and I'm
Rudely
going to attempt
murder.
to disembowel her
Escalation.
mount. All right,
So
well, let's
that-
see what happens. Oh,
Sylvania's at
16?
16 your
Yeah.
survival check?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you end up going around and you find a fair bit of kindling. Or fair, like sticks and all that kind of stuff you can use as kindling.
Alright, I go back to the tent. I cast False Life on Kay.
False
Which-
life. That's
I
a
think
first
false
level
life
spell?
can only be cast
Yes.
on yourself.
Can it only be cast on self? Let me
I'm
double
pretty
check.
taking a
sure
look
it
at
can.
that. Oh, I'm on the wrong person. That is Theo. Theo does not have false life.
No.
There it is. It is. Oh, it is self. Never mind. Can't do that. But wait, my other one. Can I do? That one. Heroism. So concentration, 1 minute. They get 3 temporary hit points at the start of every turn, so every 6 seconds for 1 minute.
Still, what are you doing with that kindling?
It is too late. I placed the thing down, the kindling, and pushed the button. Light.
Cool,
Also,
so,
roll me a
one-
D20 first, roll me a D20 for your casting heroism.
Oh, wild magic.
Oh, yeah,
Please,
that's
wild magic! Crit fail! Please, for the love of God!
Just
No,
turn
that's a
Sylvania
6.
into a plant.
Damn it.
No, that's a
Sorry,
6.
I was. It's fine. It's not a 1. Something magical. Something unintentionally
Something magical's
magical
about to
doesn't
happen.
happen. Oh Lord.
And then you're casting what spell?
I'm using my mechanical fire starter from my racial ability.
Okay.
Gnome, no, not gnome cunning. Artificer lore, no, tinker. One of them is fire starter. Device produces a miniature flame, which you can use to light a candle, torch, or a campfire.
Okay. Now that being said, it's not going to instantaneously light all the kindling.
No, not instantaneously. I'm just lighting it.
Yep, you're lighting the kindling. Takes a couple seconds. The kindling does catch, and
The kindling on Kay's
it's
tent.
pressed up against Kay's tent.
Yeah, no, Anna's getting up. And Anna's gonna step on all of that kindling. Just like, this is not the misery I was talking about. And gonna try and put that out.
Is Sylvania gonna stop Anna? Is Anna going, or is
I'm currently confused. I'm like, huh? What? You said wake up rudely.
Rudely?
out
Murder!
of curiosity, Aaron? Due to all of the kerfuffling that's been going on outside my tent,
And the fact that you have dog laying on top of you, you're awake, but pinned.
cool. All right.
Pin.
What degree of pinned am I? Am I just like shoulders are pinned,
You
or
can give me a strength check to try and get up.
I don't necessarily want to try and get up. I want to try and get my arm to the point where I can start banging on dog to wake Theo up.
Roll me,
Because
roll me a dex
you
save.
did this. It's not intentionally waking you up. It's waking everyone up because there's a cat, dog, octopus thing on top of me, and someone's trying to light me on fire because of what you brought on that I'm not aware of.
Exactly.
Roll me a dex check to try and free your arm.
That's ooh.
Or to try and get yourself in a position to be able to bang on dog, at least.
Roll 1d20 plus 4.
Oh yeah,
That's a 12.
you don't get your arm up and out, but you manage to get like the lower half of your arm available, so you can just start banging back onto a dog. Just gong, 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 gong.
Cool. I'm gonna be gonging on dog now. Just gonna keep doing it.
Theo, as you're abruptly taken out of your meditation, you just hear gong, 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 gong. Oh, it's metal on metal.
I'm gonna roll over and go back into my trance.
Can I make a strength check to start rolling and making it louder?
Sure.
Hold on. I mean...
I think heroism has probably gone away by this point.
Heroism lasts for 1 minute.
1 minute.
I don't know. It might still be happening. 16. So
16?
I'm gonna... my aim is to just bang even freaking louder.
Yeah, you managed to get your like whole arm out, so you're now just basically just banging on you hit a few different spots and realize that hitting right at like the top of the back leg gets you the most reverberating noise. You're just banging on that part of its leg.
Yes, and now to be clear, I'm banging to make noise. I'm
Yeah.
not banging currently because I'm not on fire. If I was on fire, I would have been banging to murder the dog. But I'm not.
You're not trying to
So,
damage it, you're just trying to
I'm
make
trying to
noise.
make like banging pots and pans together in
Yeah.
a kitchen repeatedly, like someone tried to do yesterday
the
morning.
cacophony
Day
of
before morning.
noises gets louder as Kay is still pinned under dog and now banging on dog's leg.
I kind of peek in, see that dog isn't hurt, and like I go back to getting rid of the kindling on the tent.
Back to doing what with the kindling on the tent?
Just getting it off the tent. Apparently that wasn't what I was
Okay.
supposed to do.
Okay.
Yep. So Anna's gonna help with that, and then is gonna turn to Sylvania and be like, "Congratulations, you did the thing. You woke up Kay rudely. Mission complete. Good job.
Oh, this was a good job? Okay.
This is a great job. Do you hear that? He is miserable in there. No more anything needed.
Yay! I did good.
Did a thing.
So next time note, no fire.
No fire.
Okay.
There probably won't be a next time though, but hey,
Probably won't be it next. I don't know. Right now, I feel like we're having like lover spat isn't the right word.
It's two toddlers fighting.
No, it's not toddlers. It's siblings. It's like it's two siblings like having
trying to have a spat.
yes, and we're gonna continually escalate it. It's just Sylvania brought it to the point of murder, almost.
It was unlikely to actually kill you.
Well, you were planning on lighting me on fire, regardless of the fact that I was very healthy apparently during this, because I was being really rejuvenated. There was some increased blood flow or something. There probably was morning wood at this point. Like,
I was trying to make sure you wouldn't die.
exactly.
Just get spooked.
So now I just have a lot of energy. I wasn't on fire, and now I'm very awake.
Is Kay still banging on the dog?
I mean, Theo hasn't come over to bitch me out yet, so and dog is still pinning me, so absolutely.
You can call off dog now. That would be great.
Problem with that.
Yes.
It's very easy to make dog go to sleep, very hard to make dog get up.
Could we, you and I, that is, collectively move dog?
We're small, but we could try.
Kay. Hi, Kay. We're gonna try and get dog off of you now, I say as I go into the tent. We're here to help you. Please don't be mad.
I'm very sorry.
I
This
mean-
is my off-parent approach right now.
I mean, at this point, you have to remember, so I'll be in my tent in only boxers, and as I said, I definitely have
She's
morning
seen
wood
them
now.
before.
Yes,
Yeah.
but she hasn't
He's
seen
tenting
me.
in his tent.
She hasn't seen me tenting in a tent yet.
It's fine.
So
Hey, I've held hands before. I know what's up.
you've held hands before. Oh man!
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh, boy.
the baggage that our group secretly has is just unreal. Like, whoo boy!
Right. Let's
Alright, so Sylvania and Anna.
mhm.
Do you either both give me a strength check, or one of you can do a strength check with advantage?
So my strength is -1.
So is mine.
Okay, so I'll
Oh boy.
why don't we well let's just both roll.
All kinds of good.
Yeah. I got a 5.
I have a 4.
And actually, technically, Sylvania, you have a 3.
Oh yeah, because -1.
Oh god.
Whew, so, okay, they grab onto dog and try and drag dog out, but dog just kind of rolls over, like flattening your face even more. And you just have this dog just like sprawled across your face.
The question
it worse.
still
It is
still
now inhibiting
remains.
your ability to breathe, as it is now
Cool.
just, like, straight up laying across your head.
All right. So at this point, I'm going to be very angry and going to use every amount of robot arm power I have to try and damage part
Oh.
of this mechanical beast that is on top of me.
Hearing the
No.
commotion, I will get up and I will come over.
Okay, roll me an attack.
Mm,
I'm just rolling base d20, or because it's unarmed, or is that plus
It's
strength?
a strength. Plus strength.
Just strength check.
Cool. So roll T plus. I think it's plus 2. No, it's this one. It's an 18. I don't know. Does that actually hurt dog?
One moment.
Theoretically,
Defender
you
is
should
an AC
do.
as an AC of 15. So roll me your damage.
I think that's a
Or-
D4, isn't it, for unarmed attack?
Yeah.
It's technically 1 plus strength. There's no
Yeah.
roll unless you're a monk.
Oh right.
Yeah, monk is the one that gets the 1d4 plus.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So you deal
2
damage. You put a dent into dog's rib. Or where
With
the
that, I
ribcage would
think
be.
dog will get up.
Dog just like gets up and that's inconvenient. And just like saunters off.
Hooray! We succeeded, everyone. Hi.
What's the commotion? I keep hearing banging.
Yeah.
Anna asked me to rudely wake up Kay, and it has been done.
Keep up the good work, and I go back to my tree.
I believe it's my turn to get up at this point.
This was the
I'm
beginning of my watch.
Yeah, this has been like half an hour.
I'm awake for days, and I'm just like, so go back to bed. I'll take your watch. I don't care. Go. You clearly need more sleep than I do.
Okay. I go to bed.
It's off to bed.
I quickly cast Mending on dog first to repair the damage, and then go to sleep.
And I'm awake.
Yep,
Very
Kay's
very awake. For shits and giggles, wanna look around to see if there's any interesting animal remains, droppings of any kind, just in the near vicinity to us.
Roll me a
Because-
survival check.
Oh no.
It's like an old married couple.
Are we?
Oh. That's... Oh. Well,
That's
it would
a nat
appear I
one.
crit failed. So,
You don't find
find
anything.
anything.
You find jack shit. Except for shit.
That's literally what I was looking for.
Yeah, but you find nothing. You find jack shit without the shit.
I blame Morningwood.
Yeah, you're
And-
walking a little odd.
I mean, I'm wandering our campsite generalized area in my boxers. Very awake. Don't find what I'm looking for, but I'm very present. Suppose that'll end tonight's bickering.
For tonight.
Of course. And this will continue at a future date. Because I was unsuccessful. I've come up with a new plan of attack.
So you, over the course of your watch, you wander around trying to find poop or any kind of carcass or anything like that, and are unsuccessful. You are starting to get a little bit tired again by the time the sun starts rising, just because you had not gotten a long sleep, let alone a restful one, before being rudely awoken by a dog and Sylvania trying to light you on fire.
Yep, that's fine.
But the rest of you wake up well rested, especially Sylvania, who got the longest sleep of everyone. Anna, you're still a little bit tired just due to being up for a while and trying to make sure Sylvania did not murder Kay.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been murdered. I protected him.
But as morning comes and people are getting up, what are people doing at the moment?
Hastily packing my stuff.
Also packing my stuff.
So Anna,
Yeah?
why did I piss off Kay last night again?
You know, might want to ask Theo about that one.
But you're the one that gave me the note.
Oh, I sure was, buddy. But
Oh man!
So Jamie actually feels really bad.
Jamie feels terrible
Jamie
right now.
feels terrible.
Theo doesn't.
Theo kind of smug right now. Jamie actually feels terrible.
Yeah.
Jamie's such a kind soul, but Theo is a dick.
Theo kind of smug.
Theo's a dick to Kay specifically.
Yes.
Like it's just the two of us, our relationship grows and changes a lot.
Theo gives out dickery when dickery is given to Theo.
That's the problem, is it's gonna be escalating for a while now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Gotta pad out 9 days some way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So as people pack up their tents and the road you had been traveling on fades virtually into non-existence, about late afternoon you can see off in the distance these jagged grass-covered rocky hills protruding from the ground. They look almost like small green mountains, although most of them are probably about 50 to 100 feet tall. Progressing forwards, you find yourselves like hitting that ridge and eventually having to give in, try and climb your way up them. It takes most of the day to actually reach the summit, and once you actually are getting near that summit, you look up from the peak, your nose catches the faint scent in the air of salt and rotten eggs.
Well, I immediately
It's not
reach up.
overpowering, but it's one of those sounds like you breathe in and it's like it's there.
I like put my cloak over my nose.
Down the other sides of these rocky hills, you can see the Doan wetlands. Stretching out in front of you, there's countless bodies of water, patches and paths of land weaving in amongst them, clusters of trees, fields, and of tall grass, varying with shades of greens, yellows, and browns. Far off in the distance, you can spot a large forested area, and just beyond that, a massive body of water that you can assume is probably Lake Amasura. Though looking at the map that you'd gotten, you immediately realize that the straight path that was drawn on there from Torgal Lake to Lake Amasura, and the straight path that was drawn from Lake Amasura to the ruins would likely not be possible. Just due to the just spattering of bodies of water, which were like roughly drawn on, but you're looking at what is laying out in front of you and looking at the maps, like no one actually mapped these out. It's just that they drew blobs on and that was it.
Drew blobs. Yeah.
Spider silk.
I'll get people to roll me a perception check.
10.
2.
17.
9.
So everyone, like, as you're trying to like make as much note as you can of the landscape, because once you head down from the ridge, it's going to be a lot harder to necessarily navigate, just because you no longer have that kind of like bird's eye view of like what is there and where do we actually have to travel. Theo, your elven eyes also spot off in the far distance.
Them elven eyes.
What do your special elven eyes see?
See, yeah.
Off in the distance nearby the forest towards Lake Amasura, there was you spotted several buildings. Largish shacks of some sort. Though you figured probably still most of the day's travel to actually reach them. And then looking... Oh, go ahead.
I think I see buildings in the distance.
Out here?
I guess. Kind of run down. Do we want to
Run
make our
down
way?
how? As in, like, evil ghosts live in them run down, or, like, ruins run down?
Like,
But like Kay is gonna stick his hand in a pot and see what happens. Run down.
I do not understand this reference.
like
I mean, Who wants to see if this hand can get
Like,
cursed?
people probably live in a bog that smells of rotten eggs run down.
Do we want to meet the people that live in a bog?
If they live in a bog, they might use magic things to get rid of the smells. I want to find out what they use.
Oh, I don't
Or
think...
they just... Go ahead,
It-
Anna.
I was
think
gonna say,
you and I
don't
were
think
going to say
they
this.
do that. I think they
They
just
probably
get
just get
the
used to
smell.
it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because fun fact, your nose can get used to almost any odor. It's just needs a little bit of time around it, and then it'll adjust and be like, "This
But
is no
why
longer
do it
important
that way when you
information."
could fix it with magic?
Hmm.
Because your body is more efficient at it.
Yes.
Now you just said it takes time. Meanwhile, like magic can do it instant.
Yes, you say that, but guess what? You don't know the components required for the spell.
It might be a good idea.
Well, exactly. That's
to-
why I want to learn what they are.
It might be a good idea to at least head that way and investigate. We don't. Well, we could always scope it out, see if they're cannibals or some crazy thing like that.
Ooh, cannibals.
True.
Murder?
No, the cannibals are not exciting, Sylvan Ray.
And they
I
might
don't
get the
know.
artifact.
I mean, that sounds an awful lot like murder.
Because it is murder.
I mean, I'm not allowed to hit anything with this arm, though. Oh, wait, I already broke that rule.
Oh.
But I've never met a cannibal. Like their viewpoint on the world must be fascinating.
Yes,
yeah,
cannibals
yes.
give good lectures.
I've never met a cannibal I didn't like. Never met a cannibal I did like either, but that doesn't change the first point.
I'm proud of myself.
That was a very good pun.
So
I appreciated your pun.
It was a very good pun, yeah.
No.
and this is why I know it's good. Multiple people are laughing and multiple people are upset, which is the only good response for a pun.
Aries,
Both.
would we need to access it by boat-ish craft? Because I can't see where it is.
Once Theo actually points it out, you kind of like get a, like you're all able to. Now I see it, and you're able to pick it out. It looks like you'd be able to access it for the most part via land.
All right.
It is getting into the evening by the time you'd actually reach the summit, but you still have about an hour of before you're needing to actually like hunker down for an evening. So you have the option of either staying at the top of the cliffs or heading down to the other end, or heading down to the base and trying to camp there.
Well, I guess onwards to the summit with the cabins.
Well, that'd be the end of the next day is when you'd be able to arrive there.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So
Okay,
it'd
well,
be
to the
going
houses.
down to the base of like these like large rocky hills that you're currently standing on.
Okay.
I think I want to stay up here away from the egg water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that egg water. Let's sleep up here
How far
away
is
from
the, out of curiosity, how far is the egg water away? From where we
it's
are
down to the
currently.
base.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but like,
It'll take you the majority of an hour to scale down the cliff ridge.
let's just stay up here.
I
That
don't
could be
do I
that
have
could
a
be
bucket?
that could be that could be we don't really know what's in that water either. The only thing we know that anything that comes out of there will be used to the smell of egg.
Well, that's
and
fine.
fish.
All right.
So is the group camping up at the top?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you set up camp, who is keeping watch in what order?
I'll go first this time.
I'll take second, as always.
Okay. Kay or Theo?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, I'm so going before Theo is this night. You're not allowed to wake me up now.
Okay.
Just like how everybody gets sassy with... I don't even need to wake you up after my... Why? Because you'll just be up anyways.
And just to be clear, Kay doesn't know that Theo did a note, right?
No, but I do know that he came and went, good work, and went back to bed.
Oh, how
And
perceptive.
that's suspicious.
Okay.
Kind of was not.
I also
hiding.
really like how my lighting has sort of changed to get that like downward facing glow upwards now.
Ominous.
Really enjoying the more ominous look I'm getting as the campaign progresses. That's lovely.
It very suits as we watch Kay's descent into madness.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. So we will be back as soon as I can find the right button. Boop. Alrighty, and theoretically we're back live. I have my microphone, I have desktop audio, and we have cameras. Booyah!
Cameras.
Cameras!
Hello.
Oh.
And I'm getting more ominous as the time progresses.
Yeah, now we're just seeing Kay's descent into madness. It's fine. It's fine.
And remember, Theo started it.
Did they?
Did
Did
we?
they really?
Did we start? That?
Actually, I'm probably going to give credit to Sylvania, but as she's caused the most chaos in my life. Like, yes, I admit
But I'm the
fixing
newest person.
fixing some of my chaos is fine.
But
But
Kay
There's a
is
but.
slowly descending into madness. Soon it's gonna be chaos. Well, I'm not really. Am I chaotic neutral? I'm more neutral. But now I think I might be going into the chaotic space.
see, now here's the thing. At this point, we're just gonna have to change your name from Kay to Chaotic.
ooh.
Is that better or worse than Anna thinking it was okay with the silent O?
I don't
It-
know.
As Jamie's just face down at her keyboard, giggling away.
To be perfectly honest, that was how his name originated.
Oh, I'm okay. Just without the O.
Yep.
Well, no, because it's. I would just say okay, because I was a little child, didn't know a whole lot. So I just say yes to everything, and then it was just. I became like the Australian lazy because that's what happens in the Fae, and so then we just dropped the O, and it's just K because then it's a single syllable, and single syllables are preferred.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, as you're all going to sleep at the top of these cliffs, who is taking? What is the order for your watch?
Syl, myself, or no, was
Me.
Theo first?
I'm third, Theo's fourth.
Yeah.
I'm
Theo's fourth.
Alright, Sylvania, Anna, Kay, Theo. Alrighty.
Okay.
Sylvania, roll me a perception check.
5.
5.
Oh no.
Really lowballing it today.
Yeah, we have had like a couple of like good rolls, and everything else has been like, oh yeah, we're looking at single digits for most of the day, which is moderately concerning.
Why is that concerning, DM? Is that because there's a combat right around the corner?
I admit nothing and deny everything.
I mean, that might be good for us because what is law of averages means that during the combat we're on the other side of it.
They are
That's evil.
cannibals.
I really appreciate the fact that I look like a head and hands. It got dark in here fast.
It did. Like before the break, it's like, oh yeah, we still got the like ladle on the wall, and I was just like, there is a head and hands. So, Sylvania, you're sitting there and you're trying to stay focused and trying to keep watch, but like you keep getting like these gusts of wind coming up from the wetlands and just carrying with it that strong scent of egg. And it's kind of pungent. You can almost taste it's one of those things where like you're smelling it, and so your brain automatically tries to create a taste to associate with it. And so you get a little bit of taste on your tongue too, as you're like. But aside from having your brain create what you assume is the taste of rotten eggs, your watch is fairly uneventful. How are you waking up Annah? Hopefully with less fire.
Don't
Bring it on.
Don't light Anna on fire. She's the purest one of us.
I just go up and I kind of just like shake on his tent and like, hey, Anna.
Just grabs the tent, shake it.
So just kind of like a light shake, just Anna.
Yeah, still.
It's your turn.
Hooray! I'm
You
up.
don't want me to light Kay's tent on fire tonight, right?
No, we didn't get the note. All is quiet tonight, my friend.
Oh, no.
Wait. If you didn't, where'd the
no.
note come from?
Oh, nobody knows.
Oh no!
Okay, you may need to turn a light
It
on.
came.
I might. If
came
I
from
have to, I
Theo's-
will. I don't
Yeah,
want to
Because
though.
the moment you lean back, then it loses focus and just goes completely blurry again.
It came
That
from
seems
Theo's
fine.
overlord, didn't it?
I think
The
it
devil
did.
one.
The place where
Oh
we
no!
where the magic comes from. Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Theo's devil person! Oh no!
Bill, don't read too much into it. Just go to sleep.
I am reading into this way too much now.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a devil person.
I'm gonna pray to Theo's devil person. See if we can't get this sorted out.
You pray to devil people? You're all crazier than I thought you were. Oh no! And I like run off
Okay.
to my tent, like not run off.
To the woods.
My cheeks are smiling.
Okay.
Question:
That means we were having a very successful D&D session.
What's Sylvania's alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Oh god.
This should be fine to you then.
That's because I'm just like kind of crazy, but I don't deal with devils and
Yeah,
demons.
I used
I
the
mean,
wrong word.
none of us were evil. Apparently, apparently,
Yeah, no one started this campaign evil. Can't guarantee that's not how they're gonna end.
Oh.
at the rate we're going, Theo and I are going to be like deranged warlords, like lighting fire and like creating eldritch monsters.
At the rate you two are going, one of you is gonna just end up dead, and probably by the other person's hand.
No, we don't kill each other. That defeats the point of a healthy rivalry. The other one needs to stay alive solely to see me better them.
Oh.
Okay. So seeing that I've clearly upset Sylvania, at some point on my watch, I'm gonna take some parchment and chalk and write another note that will hopefully soothe Sylvania's fears. And it's going to say, "I grow tired of you all. I will deal with you no more." Hopefully,
Oh,
whatever
this can't go bad. Already.
it takes, it'll feel like it's all done and dealt with, and everything's kosher.
I just wanted somebody to blow an air horn in Kay's tent.
Now we got pacts with the devil. Look at what you've done.
Oh, this is good. I love this.
So yeah, at
So
some
we'll-
point that note will be made.
Yeah, see, at some point in time you will write the note. Give me a perception check.
Can do. My perception is 14.
14. So over the course of the night, or course of your watch, like for the most part, it's fairly quiet. Your nose is kind of catching that scent of eggs wafting up as well, and
Yeah.
you sit down and you start writing the note, and then after a little bit, you just hear Sylvania kind of mumbling in her tent, like not like awake and talking, just kind of like mumbling in their sleep. And they're basically just like, no, we can't have the packs of the demons. The demons are the bad ones. We need to find better packs. We really need to find Theo a better guardian. We need to find Theo a better one to make a deal with.
Oh
Rather than
no.
the devils. The devil's spawn too.
Right? Yeah. Finish that note, sign it with a heart, and then deliver it.
Oh god.
I'm not gonna wake Sylvania up, but I'm gonna put it beside their sleeping form.
Okay, so you just like reach into the tent and just place it, and
And wash my hands of that, and I did.
What exactly was on the note?
I grow tired of you all. I will deal with you no more.
Heart.
Heart.
Deal with you no more. Heart.
okay. So how are you waking up, Kay?
Very carefully. In fact, I'm gonna wake up Kay with one of my candy pieces because I still have 7 left. So, -1 candy, and wake up Kay gently
Fine.
with an
I'll
offer
turn
of
on the
candy.
light.
Kay, I have
Turn my light
candy
back on.
for you for your watch. Huh?
I like sweets. Sweets are good.
For you. I will
And-
hand it off.
I will take it
Yeah.
and scream, "Oh my god, the light of day!"
Yeah.
So bright. And now the lighting is not nearly as good. See, it was significantly better.
It's more ominous, for sure.
Ominous is... I'm not the one with, like, living in hell right now. With the great...
Hey.
You're the one with the red hue.
Mm-hmm.
She's just emulating the environment in which you made the pact with the devil.
No. It's a pink light.
Poor
The light is pink.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's not how it comes across.
It's because my walls are blue.
She's in the
Sure.
boardroom.
Anyways.
So anyways, you have candy. And what is...
Good night.
Wait, you're going back to sleep?
No, I'm up. I'm saying good night
Oh.
to you.
Okay. I thought you were just.
He's
Yeah,
like,
all right.
Okay, candy.
Thanks.
Back to bed.
Back to bed.
Yes, yes.
Fuck
great.
all y'all.
Okay, Kay, what do you... Are you rolling perception, or are you doing something specific? What are you doing? Because I think I know what your plan was.
Well, I have a variety of ideas now, but we've changed scenarios. So what I really want to know is how far down. There's like a cliff face thing that we
Yeah.
had to climb down.
Yeah.
Like, is it like a vertical cliff?
No, it's
Is it
not
like-
it's not like it's not like Zugink's attempt at climbing down. It can be like scaled down relatively easily, but it to get down to the Marsh level, you're looking at probably about an hour down.
That's less than I did, and yes, so it's longer than I have rope for.
An hour is your watches are 2 hours.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm not about to leave the camp to completely screw everything over. Cause I'm not a terrible person. But in the meantime, I'm going to really I'm just gonna perceive the area, see if there's anything of noteworthy that I should make note of.
Like what area are you trying to perceive right now? Like, are you looking down towards the wetlands? Or are you looking down?
Not
towards
looking
the
towards
rocky cliffs, or-
not that way. Like kind of within the general radius of our camp that's within reasonably accessible walking distance, isn't strenuous, won't be noisy, anything like that. And I am looking for, yet again, poop, dead bodies, bones, remains, signs of life, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Kind of take a gander into what's happening here, and I'm going to set it up to roll perception because I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to
Well,
ask.
this is going to be a survival check.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same bonus value.
Okay.
It's a 16.
16. Okay. Significantly better than your previous, what was it, 4?
Actually, it was a crit
It
fail.
was a crit
It
fail.
was in that 1 plus your 3.
Yes. So technically a 4,
Technically a
but
4.
still a crit fail.
Yeah. So walking around, at one point you end up finding, let's see what we find. You find a spot where it's like, you can see a whole bunch of like rat pellets, or rabbit pellets. And you're like, I'm gonna make note of that. And you keep like wandering around, and you also find a partially eaten carcass of a rat.
Son of a bitch.
No, it's not worth it. I need something better. Okay, is not going to do away with any of the things that he was presented with this night.
Okay.
And he's going to casually walk back to the camp, inspect everyone's belongings, making sure everything is there as expected.
Yeah, there's, as far as you can tell, you're not seeing anything missing, you're not seeing anything having been dragged away or anything like that.
Cool. And I'm going to, I don't know, plot myself down, because I'm picturing like cliff. It's like steep climb, but not like egregious.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna kind of sit on the edge and like look over the marshlands for the rest of my kind of like shift.
Yeah. So you sit there and you just rest and relax, and every once in a while, strong breeze comes up, and you're just like,
Well, that's something.
pungent. But your watch comes and goes with that problem.
Cool.
How are you waking up Theo?
I'm not.
So are you just going back to bed then?
No. Actually, yes. I'm gonna go back to bed.
We're screwed.
Yeah, if you didn't, you'd start suffering points of exhaustion.
Yeah, I don't really want to suffer points of exhaustion. Because I'm just gonna go back to bed.
Per DM, since I only need about 4 to 6 hours, so I just wake up naturally.
I mean, that's what I was expecting, because normally Theo only needs 2 of the night periods to be fully rested, whereas the rest of us need 3.
Yeah, the elves only require to be semi-conscious for 4 hours a day in their trance. That being said, they get they require that amount, but much like people who can oversleep,
Oh.
they too can.
Fuck, I'm oversleeping.
Now, roll me a perception check with disadvantage. Because you're in a trance state.
You're screwed.
Perception?
Yeah.
So let me do something real quick here. Yeah, so that's a 5.
Yeah.
So,
I wish it was advantage. That's a nice 22.
it is a nice 22, but...
That was a nice 22.
So you're sitting there, and you're just meditating in your trance, and then after a while you feel like the warmth of the sun on your face, and you're just like, you kind of pulls you out a little bit, and you're like, "What?" And then that moment of realization of, "It's morning."
Oh, no, I like shoot up and I do like a quick cursory look around the camp.
Give me a perception check.
14.
14.
Yep.
So looking around the camp, you can note several footprints
Oh shit.
of varying sizes.
Oh shit.
And as you're roll me an investigation check.
Okay. That's an 8.
An 8.
I'm panicking.
You're panicking as you think that your camp has been invaded.
Wait, the varying foot size is just you guys.
Oh, probably. This is gonna be fucking great.
I'm gonna quickly just like do like a cursory look to make sure, like, okay, I'm gonna go through my bags and make sure that everything is in. Is everything still there?
Looking through your bag, and yeah, it seems like nothing out of your bag is missing.
Okay, I'm going to think in my head, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Who is on watch before me? Okay. Fuck. Who is before him? Oh, Annah. And I'm gonna go over to Annah and I'll be like, Annah. Annah.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much awake. What?
Yeah. Hi. I didn't wake up. Could you edit? I don't know, but it looks like there were people in our camp last night. Can you do a quick check to make sure you have all your belongings for me, please?
Buddy, I got you.
Yep,
Come on,
thank-
Dinard.
Want me to do a survival check to see?
Yes.
I'm so upset I
please.
didn't take something from Theo's bag.
Yes, please.
That would have
I'm
been
kind
so good.
I don't usually transfer this long. I don't. And I'm
You've also been
kind
doing a lot more walking than you're normally used to.
I don't. My heart is kind of pounding a bit, and I don't like it.
Terry, you slept through your watch?
I think I did.
That's okay. Look, no one's throat is slit, probably. Okay, let's see what I can see. So a 21.
Yay.
Kind of check out what Theo's upset about and looking for tracks and understanding what happened.
So you go outside and you like looking around, and sure enough, you spot your footprints leading around, Sylvania's footprints leading around, Dog's footprints leading around, Kay's footprints leading around.
I'm gonna like make it like a small show of like putting my foot in one of my footprints. And I'm like, how about some breakfast? Yeah, that looks like a yeah face.
Do I be petty or do I be an adult?
Oh,
Part
hold
of me
on.
Really strongly wants to be petty right now.
Can I see if I wake up?
Uh,
It's morning.
yeah. Give me a con check to see if, like, between just like naturally waking up and then also them talking and moving around. Also, I find it funny that Theo's like first check is like, I need to check my belongings. Not, is anyone here dead or missing? It's, do I have all my shit?
Well, because my thought is...
So
is
it's
if
a
somebody...
13. Do I wake up?
Yeah, you wake up.
Okay. Wakes up, pulls out some rations, puts on his underlayers, just gets casually, perfectly awake, just getting something to eat, like doing his morning routine when he would get up normally, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Not like his angsty self, like his more normal self, like just eating and being his good little boy self. Just like he's rested and he's doing great.
Now, when I get up, would Kay still be in his tent?
Depends. Did you get up before me or after me?
Roll me a con check, Sylvania.
Okay, 1 second. What
If
is
you
my
roll
con?
lower than K, you got up after. If you roll higher than K, you got up before.
That's what I was gonna say. Look, I understand our DM's brain just a little bit today.
You wake
Looks
up
like
after.
after.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Kay. How was your
Morning.
watch last night? And I kind of glare at him.
I mean, it was pretty uneventful. I found a dead rat, some rabbit poop, and yeah, and there's the lovely aroma coming from down there. It was something.
Mm-hmm. And how was Theo when you talked?
I mean, Theo was really in a like super hardcore trance state. I don't know what to tell you. I did try to wake him, not really hard though, and went to bed. It was fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
I think I'm gonna change the way the watches go. I start making my feel. There we go. Try to combine too many words together. Meal and food. Start preparing my rations.
Your feeling mood.
Yep.
Wait, so since everyone was up by the time I'm up, I kind of like go over to Kay and I poke Kay. Kay.
Yes.
I think a raccoon just went into your tent. Poke. 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 Poke.
Okay, I'm gonna go chase a raccoon from my tent.
Poke.
Would you like to come chase a raccoon from my tent self?
Yeah, I'll help you come chase that raccoon away. Let's go.
Sure.
You go over and you open your tent. There is no raccoon.
You don't say. What's up, Sylph? Hiya. What's
I pull
going
a
on?
letter out of my hair and I go, Annah doesn't want me here anymore.
What do you mean Annah doesn't want you here anymore?
She left me this letter.
I'm gonna blame our off the rails craziness today. The fact that we're all in quarantine.
And I'm gonna look at it. And I'm going to thoroughly go, 1, I can read, which is important. 2, Aaron, can I discern? It's very important to mention that I am fluent in reading and writing Common, which I'm assuming this is what she wrote on. I would like to know if I can, if Sylvia, are you sure it's Anna's writing?
Well, it's not messy like Theo's. And there's a heart.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read the letter specifically. Okay, so what did the letter say? I'm pretty sure you wrote it down for these very specific reasons. What are the specific words written? It is, I am done with you,
I am
idiots.
done with you all. I didn't actually write it down. Should have.
I grow tired of you all. I will deal with you no more.
Art.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Art.
Okay, so 1, it says you all, which implies to all of us, and 2, if it was
It
really
was in my tent, so I assume it means me and dog.
I don't know, but also if Anna was the one to write that, it sounds like whoever wrote this note left. Is Anna still out there? Can I perception to see if Anna is outside the tent?
You look outside the tent. You can easily just see that Anna's still there, eating something.
She is still here. So how do you know it wasn't something else? Maybe someone else was following us.
That
Maybe
is more
what
terrifying. I want to believe it's Anna if those are the options.
Theo suspected someone of being in our camp last night, so it's entirely possible
You
that
were
Someone was
there
on
for
our
that
back?
conversation.
I was woken up by that conversation.
Good job, Kay. Just picking up the slack.
So maybe Theo was right, and there's been someone following us that left you that note. I'm trying real hard here, okay?
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Theo's demon. It doesn't want to work with them anymore. And I know when demons go down, everyone around them dies.
So what's the plan?
I just immediately turn around, walk out of the tent, and walk into my own tent. Silently.
Neat. Kay's gonna pack up his tent.
I think we're all just packing up our tents.
This is fantastic. I don't even know, like, Sylph brought up Theo's demon. I have no idea where that came from. I'm super confused. But okay. I'm like, I don't really know what's happening here either, but I wanted Sylph to calm down. That may have worked. That may have made it worse. All I know is we might find Sylph with a holy weapon in like a couple nights and a distinct lack of sleep. Who knows?
See, I'm just laughing at the whole fact that's like, so we're up to this point. You have gone for a walk.
Yeah.
And we've somehow attempted to murder Kay, and Theo has demons, and Sylvania is being stalked by something. And Annah doesn't want anything to do with the party anymore.
I'm out.
Fuck this shit,
I'm out.
No sign.
Wow. That
To be
was
fair,
almost
the Theo demon
harmonious.
thing was from our trip from, I can't remember the dwarven city, to Ithamir.
Yes.
Yep.
Remember, that entire trip is me casting wild magic and fucking around with the fact that I didn't realize I shrunk 7 inches.
I'm just saying it didn't come out of nowhere. That demon thing
Oh no, but like,
had an origin.
yes,
for sure.
it did. And I understand that. Kay is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because Kay is a selective listener because he is a teenager and he only hears things that are currently important to him in his current circumstances. And Theo doesn't really seem like a demon. Therefore, it's probably fine. And so he promptly forgot about it. But
Alright, so
now...
the party has packed up their tents. What is Sylvania doing?
You see me come out of my tent and I'm like completely armored up, have my shield out, which I don't usually do, and I'm like hiding behind Dog. Like keeping Dog between me and the rest of the party.
Okay.
Including me?
So, Sylvania, are you expecting there to actually be cannibals in the town that we're
No,
going
not cannibals. I'm not worried about cannibals at this moment.
Dale, do you need help unpacking your tent or packing up your tent?
No,
I'll nominate myself to help Soph.
no. You can stay over there.
Sure. Fine. All right. Well. Alrighty then. I'm gonna finish having breakfast.
Okay.
I guess we'll just finish wrapping up and head off to the shacks.
So you back up your tents and you look down at the eclipse and it's like you get like one last good look. One last good look at the general path you're gonna be trying to take to get to where those buildings are.
Ooh, hold on. I just want to see if I don't have anything I could do draw a quick sketch on. Okay, nope. Carry on.
So as you start climbing down and descend the cliffs, I'm gonna get everyone to give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check as you descend the rocks.
Ooh.
Cool. Just
Sylvania,
one.
They're
if you're a
both
riding dog,
horrible.
Sylvania, if you're a riding dog, I need you to make the check using dog stats. If you're not riding dog, then I need you to make one for you and one for dog.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 15.
19, it was with dog.
Nice. 14.
So is Theo gonna have a time?
Uh-oh.
I'm curious. I want to know what the.
Actually, that was a 25 with dog. Dog has a +6.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, Sylvania's
So
charging
Yes,
straight
just
down.
mounts up on dog. It's like, oh, it's gonna go a little bit faster, and just like dog is just like hopping from rock to rock to rock to rock on its way down. It's
Ninja
making
robot.
very good time. Kay and Anna, your trip down is fairly. Like, it's not an easy climb down, but it's not zooging falling 60 feet rough.
We weren't free falling.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. It's good to know my voice can still crack. That gives credence to the fact that I'm 19. Right?
Puberty's a bitch, ain't it? But you work your way down through the rocks, and there's a couple times where like some of the rock slips out from underneath your feet, but you're able to still keep fairly steady hold on it as you go down. Theo, as you're climbing down, you're grabbing wrong handholds left and right. Like, you grab on and it just gives way, and you like slide down like 6 or 7 feet, and you like grab onto something. And actually, Kay and Anna, I'm gonna get you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, damn, son. 13?
$10.
So at one
Apparently.
point, despite the fact that you two are doing fairly well, at one point you hit a bit of just shale, and like you're like slowly taking your steps down, trying not to move too quickly, trying to shift too much, and then you just see this like cascade of rocks go rolling past your feet. As you turn back, and Theo is just like spread eagle on the ground, just gliding down, and just bowls you both over and taking you out at the feet.
I'm sorry!
And so you slide down this batch of shale, and then like slide on, like
Ow,
you hit
ooh,
like a
it's
patch
really
of like
sharp.
rocks and dirt and all that kind of stuff that slows and stops you. You all take.
Oh no.
Theo, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't like it.
Or piercing damage, and Kay and Anna, you take 2.
All right.
I'm sorry.
As like you kind of like collect yourselves, detangle your limbs, and get up and progress down.
They should have been a squirrel. Should have been a squirrel.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but did not.
Did not.
The rest of the climb is relatively uneventful, thankfully. As you're climbing down, the scent of the wetlands grows ever more potent. And even for those of you who hadn't tasted it the night before, now that you're that bit closer, you get that little bit of a tinge of it on your tongue. It's like... It takes in total about an hour from the summit to reach the base, and you can immediately see and feel that strong distinction between the rocky cliffs you've just been climbing on and the kind of spongy ground of the wetlands. As your feet step down to the ground, you can feel them kind of sink and squish slightly into the ground. Mosses, shrubs.
I have a very strong feeling that we're going to have to burn our clothes after we're out of here.
Gross.
Small spindly bushes also live in the area.
I hope our clothes are the only thing we have to burn.
Well, you already tried to burn K. So as you are you kind of like re-get your bearings and figure, okay, this is the direction you have to go in order to reach those buildings. And I'll get everyone to roll me a nature check as you're traveling along.
Nature check, you say? Nature check. 9.
9?
9.
12.
8.
13.
We are not getting much in the way of high rolls tonight.
No.
I blame Roll20. I have these beautiful metal dice that I've got to use once.
I blame none of you telling the dice you love them.
I
It's all
can't
right,
tell the
Aaron
dice
said-
they love them.
It's a
It's on
computer.
Roll20.
Aaron says we don't have any high dice like right after I roll a 25.
Oh, yeah?
I said we haven't had many, not we haven't had any. Because there have been like a couple nat 20s, just they were usually when it was disadvantage and you had to take the other roll.
Yeah.
So for those of you who got under 10,
Shit.
if there was a mud hole, you stepped in
You
it.
stepped in it.
If
Oh.
there's barbs, you snagged on them. At one
Oh.
point, Theo, you end up misstepping and end up almost chest deep in a pool of brackish water.
Chest deep.
Chest deep.
Is it just Theo that did this, or is all of us just like soaked in swamp water?
Most of you are very anyone who got under 10 is very much soaked in swamp water.
Woo.
Because as Theo fell in, Kay, you're attempting to help them climb out, and kind of as you're pulling up, your feet kind of sink and slip partway into it as well.
It's like vaccinating cows all over again.
I was just gonna say it's like vaccinating cows.
Yeah, sounds about accurate.
And you slip in it, you catch yourself.
For those of you who've got over 10, your unfamiliarity with traveling through the marshes is a fair bit apparent. For the most part, you're able to step carefully, but occasionally you're starting to stop and help each other pull each other's boots free from mud holes that just kind of as soon as you step into them, the moment your foot hits them, it's already a bit too late, and it's kind of as it sucks your foot in that bit, and you're having to pry your shoe out of the mud.
Well, this is terrible.
This is beyond terrible. I imagine my white ass hair is now caked in mud.
Oh yeah, you've got plenty of mud in your hair.
Got mud in my hair. Probably doesn't even look white anymore.
As we're traveling, you probably start noticing Sylvania's keeping a weird distance and being painfully quiet.
Yeah, we're just gonna give credit to the fact that we're all covered in mud.
We're all covered.
I mean, actually, I know why. Actually, why you're keeping distance. I don't give two shits.
Smelly
and
egg
I'm
mud.
I'm covered in mud, and it's.
I wasn't saying it was the most pressing thing. I was saying it's a thing.
Yeah.
Smelly egg mud. I don't think burning the clothes is enough.
Annah notices and she feels really bad for Syl's distance. But doesn't say anything.
Do you even know though that you're the cause of it? Have you figured that out yet?
Suspicions that Sylvania was acting really weird and didn't want help with the tent and
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, I just made her more suspicious. So
That tracks.
Yep. So it's slow and tedious moving through the swamp. But as evening approaches, you can see on the edge of a large forest of mangrove trees several small buildings on stilt-like structures, wooden posts sunken deep into the ground beneath them, keeping these buildings up and off the ground. Planks are stretched out from building to building, creating pathways, and there are about half a dozen buildings or so in total.
Oh.
But even from where you're, once you're getting that little bit closer to them and you're able to see without actually getting to them, you're starting to see that they're not in the greatest condition. A lot of them are in fairly heavy disrepair.
Okay.
I was hoping that maybe there would be people here and that we could have a bath, but I'm starting to think maybe there are no people here, which means no bath.
Well, let's knock on a door. I'm gonna stroll to the closest one that has a door.
So you climb up and you have to take a little bit to like pull yourself out of the mud, and then once you're up on the wooden planks, it's fairly easy to get up by the buildings. But as you're looking around at the buildings, all the doors on these buildings have at some point been either smashed or forced open.
Ooh. So not gonna knock, but gonna cautiously peek my head into a building.
Okay, so you kind of peek your head into the first building, and you see a large salamander like scurry past you out the door, and then it immediately like over the ledge and like slips down into the mud, and just like you watch it like squirm into the like water and murky mud, just like leaving a little trail behind it.
Neat. Anything else in the room?
That first building is devoid of anything.
Okay.
There is a large hole in the floor. But
Oh, we're gonna get attacked.
Yeah, Theo,
Oh.
I don't think people live here
I-
anymore.
Nope. Yep. That is, I think that is a fair assessment.
And
Kay is gonna take out his bow and start cleaning it, as well as a couple of arrows, and also starting to clean them, because I assume that to some extent they're
they're
mudded.
muddy and not in the happiest of condition, yes.
So I'm going to take whatever's dry on me.
Yeah.
And use it as a means to clean off, so that I have some weaponry that's functioning
Okay.
and not disgusting. Because after realizing that we just walked into one abandoned building, I'm suddenly feeling like this place isn't safe.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, everyone, we should probably, what time is it right now?
It's getting into mid to late evening.
Oh,
We might have to stay in an abandoned building, but we should maybe scout the area to make sure that there is nothing that could kill and eat us in our sleep.
yeah. I don't like the idea of staying here, but I don't know how much headway we're gonna make in the swamp of no move.
Mm-hmm.
Key. I'll go scouting.
I'll go scouting with you.
Great.
So Sylvania and Kay are being left to investigate, or are they just sitting on the planks? Or
Let's-
Oh, sure. I'm gonna investigate. This will be fine.
Okay.
But no, I'm perfectly fine with investigating.
Let's move. Let's move as a group. Is that all right, Sylvania? Move as a group. Safety in
Yeah.
numbers.
I'm just over here. I'm following you.
Okay. Don't.
She has our asses covered.
Also, I just want everyone to know I'm freezing. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. So you're scouting around the area first, or are you investigating the buildings first?
Well, let's investigate the buildings first, because
Yeah.
I think they're easy to get to by planks.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
What? Who? That's
Oh.
wisdom, isn't it?
Is a
Investigation
crit
is
fail?
intelligence.
I rolled
Doesn't
horrible.
matter. It's nothing. Oh, that's not bad for Kay. Oh,
nice.
God! No!
Wow.
We all rolled bad.
We got a 1,
I rolled
a 3,
above
a 4,
average.
and an 11.
I'm cold. That's what I'm blaming it on. I'm cold.
I have a blanket.
I'm wet up to my eyebrows.
I'm apparently too paranoid right now. I'm just like, yeah, I'm looking around.
I'm shaking like a leaf.
So as you're going through and looking at each of the buildings are abnormally devoid of most belongings. It appears that whoever built these originally abandoned them for some reason a long time ago, and all of the stuff is either taken with them or has been looted since. The buildings are all, like, for the most part, are all in, like, fairly heavy disrepair. Like, it looks like they've been left for years without being interacted with. One building in particular is in better condition than the rest. The floor is still all there. Most of the roof is still there. And it does have all 4 walls. The doors has been smashed open and is, like, just remnants of shreds on the floor. Within one of the houses, you do find a metal basin that does still have some charred wood inside of it, that you figure probably a fire was lit in there at some point. And some of the posts beneath a couple of the buildings appear to have been heavily damaged, and so the buildings have partially, like, collapsed where these posts have, like, sunken in.
I guess we'll stay in the best of the best.
Mm-hmm. Does it? I probably not can't really find out with a fucking 7, but, like, does it look like anything has, like, the smashed doors? Do they look like they've been smashed with claws? Do they look like they've been smashed with blunt objects?
Do they look they've been smashed recently?
They don't look like they've been smashed recently. They look like they were smashed a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what they were smashed with, it's hard to tell because they have decayed somewhat since then.
Okay.
Because it looks like it's been at least a couple of years since they were broken open.
Mm-hmm.
And so the majority of the wood has since started to decay. So most of the signs of, like, oh, this is what would have done it is a lot harder to tell, especially with the 7.
Can I do a quick history check and see if I know of any, like, settlements
Specifically
in the area?
Specifically within the Doan wetlands, or
Yeah. Within the past, like, 50 years?
you can make me a check with disadvantage because it wasn't an area that you, like, specialized in by any means.
Yeah, that's fine. 17!
17. You know the Doan wetlands, especially due to the rise and fall of the water and, like, the flooding within the areas.
Yeah.
It wasn't a overly populated area. There were settlements for sure within the Doan wetlands.
Yeah.
But they were usually small. They usually were, like, geared and focused around a specific market, like something like collecting clams and shellfish and stuff like that, or fishing and stuff like that, and sometimes even, like, harvesting some of, like, the specific woods that grow within, and specific woods and plants that grow within the wetlands. But they were never large. There was never any large settlements within them.
Okay, so this is probably just an abandoned fishing town. Okay. That's it, that's all. I think that, and I think that. Does anyone off the top of their head know of any... I can't remember if there's lizard men in swamps, or crocodiles in swamps, or...
Devils.
No, I don't think there are devils in swamps, though I'm not really familiar with devils.
Cults.
I do a nature check to think of what breeds I could think of.
Yeah, I can give you a nature check.
Woo!
So, are you?
There's a lot of bugs. Do you know that swamps are a good place to find a whole lot of bugs?
No one does live here. A lot of freaking bugs.
So, Sylvania, are you suggesting that the that we're following, the Scorched Hammer, might be in this swamp?
Are they a cult?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now they are essentially.
They're a secret society.
They're a dwarven supremacy cult.
Mhm. I mean, it'd be great if they are. I am looking for them.
Yeah, we're just doing this really to just earn some coin, but there could be cults in the swamp.
Good place to hide sacrifices.
Question.
Especially small sacrifices that you picked up randomly and no one knows where they are.
Self,
It's oddly specific.
we didn't pick you up.
That does
Joined
sound
us on
oddly
your own
specific.
accord. That is my blunt hint to the group of Sylvania's having a mental breakdown. And I want to see if anyone notices.
I'm horribly confused. I'm horribly confused.
Well, you see,
Yes.
Sylv received a letter last night.
Oh, did you?
That seems to claim, or she
Whack.
claims that either Annah or the devil inside you wrote and decided to leave our party alone.
I'm sorry. Back that up. The what inside me?
The devil, the demon, the cursed apparition that is apparently affixed to your being.
Those are not my words.
I don't have a devil inside. Why are you
There's a little devil in us all.
Why do you think I have a devil inside me?
I don't. That was K wording.
Kay, I know we're having a bit of a spat right now, but why do you have to lie to frighten?
I'm not lying.
Sylvania, why would you tell her I have a devil inside me?
I didn't. She's the one that brought it up. She's the one freaking out that Annah apparently hates her and is leaving.
Well,
but
she
then
left me a letter saying that she doesn't want to work with
Okay,
me.
don't know.
okay.
She left you the letter. There
Okay.
is no reason for us to believe she left you the letter. It doesn't make
Then you
contextual
said
sense.
that the
I'm-
crazy person following us had the
Time
letter.
out!
Does that
Time
make sense?
out! Time out! What the fuck is going on?
All right,
Sylph is scared you're gonna murder her.
Sylvania, I'm gonna come clean with you. And just, no matter what, just know that my intentions were pure. When I went to bed last night, you seemed really stressed out, and I thought I could leave you a note that would make you think there was no devil following us. So I cleverly wrote you a note pretending to be a devil that said I was no longer interested in your mortal affairs. Or that's what I was trying to get across with a little love. Yeah. So I did write the note, but it's not because I don't like you. It was a misguided effect to make you sleep better.
No.
And I'm
All right, well,
very sorry
let's unwrap that for a moment.
This is what we
Sylvania?
wrap inside an abandoned village in the middle
Saw
of a
you were
swamp.
stressed, and she just wanted you to relax. And she may have done it about it in a very, very obscure way, but it wasn't meant to be harmful, and she doesn't actually, in fact, hate you. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
All right then. Maybe is
Maybe's good.
Is good. The keynote thing is Annah doesn't hate you, and there's no devil. I promise you, there's no devil anywhere. There's not one in me. Kay's been acting a little bit like a devil these past few days, but he has a reason. And everything is fine. No one is going to sacrifice you. I promise. I may sacrifice Kay, but if I do, I won't kill him. I'll just hang him upside down and dunk him in the egg water, is probably what I'll do.
It's probably more reasonable that he would likely just remove another limb.
I don't want to do that because then I have to hear more of him bitching. But you understand, Sylvania. Everything's
I am
okay?
seriously questioning my decisions, but okay.
Okay, we'll start with an okay.
Well, remember, Sylv, you were the one that joined us on your own volition.
Honestly, we have been rather weird these past few days, but
Actually,
ah,
I
just a
think
little.
I think we're perfectly normal considering the circumstances.
You say as we're covered in mud in an abandoned fishing village in the middle of the swamp talking about devils and cults.
I mean, the last time we went on a minor adventure in the woods, it turned out we found an abandoned village with a temple, the cursed artifact inside of it. So,
Yes.
this
Nope.
isn't really abnormal. It's only been a few weeks.
I suppose you're right.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, so no more leaving me messages from devils that may or may not exist?
how about we'll just stop the messages altogether.
I promise no more notes. Ever again.
We'll put that in the rule book. No notes. In the meantime, I'm gonna walk a little patrol. Does anyone want to come with me?
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, thank you. Do you guys
Are
want?
we going to stay in this nice house?
Yes, I think we should stay in the nice house. But
I
at the
could
same
start
time,
setting up some alarms.
yes, that would be a very good idea, and then maybe get a little bit of a fire going because I'm wet and cold and I hate it. And I'm sure everybody else hates it. So
That sounds reasonable.
it's reasonable, yes. And
Kay's going to set up a fire and a makeshift clothesline near the fire to start drying some of his mentionables.
And Anna and I will do a short perimeter walk, make sure that nothing will come out and eat us, and then we'll all just do what we usually do and take turns.
Is that how that works?
Yes, that's how that works, Kay. And if
We
you don't
take
wake me up
turns.
if you don't wake me up tonight, I swear I will figure something out, and when I do,
Okay. I'll make sure to wake you up.
I just think all of this started because of a note that said, "Wake Kay up rudely."
rudely.
All of this started because Kay tried to scream at me to wake me up.
Yes,
Actually,
and
yeah.
it woke me up. And I'm petty. So.
Alrighty.
I
So-
need to stop eating candy.
Alrighty. So, Anna and Theo, roll me a perception check as you're doing your perimeter.
I swear if I get a third one in a row, it'll be very slightly better. 16.
Theo?
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I
Perception
rolling?
check for your...
God damn.
I'm just,
9.
I'm just like over here, just like, got this like glass in your hand, just like, oh, this is fucking
I took that
wobbly.
moment to take a drink of cherry coke. Like a dork. It's a 9.
So between the two of you, like, you do a perimeter, and, like, once again, as you're, like, stepping through the mud,
Ugh.
and, like, working your way around, but you make a perimeter, and there's nothing immediately you note that you're like, that looks dangerous or anything like that. But you work your way around, you get back up onto the walkways and head back into the building, and you're like, okay. And
Take off my boots.
yeah.
Yeah.
You've noted that Kay has a bit of a clothesline up by the fire. He's got
And is wearing almost nothing as he's drying the rest of his clothes.
okay.
He has also set up other clotheslines for you guys to use. I'm just being first on the list.
What a pal. Yeah, I'll hang up my clothes.
I'll take off my poncho and my shirt, but I'll keep my pants on.
Okay.
And I'll take off my boots.
And
And
Sylvania, you were clunking through there in full armor.
Yeah.
On the back of her, like, cat. Dog,
Yeah, I was on
octopus.
dog, so
Yes,
dog
So-
probably needs a good amount of cleaning.
dog needs a good amount of cleaning. Even then, like,
You probably
dog
have
is not a grace. Like, dog is not like, oh, I need to make sure it's like prim proper steps. No, it's like flicking mud up as it's like trying to like pull itself out and.
Dog was R2D2 on Dagobah. He went under the water, couldn't see, so he extended his little eyepiece to look where he needed to go. Do, 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 do.
But yeah, so even your armor is still a bit dirty as well. Dog definitely needs some cleaning up. Even as dog is like walking around inside the building, you hear just like the crunching of mud inside some of the gears.
Oh, that's not. I pull some water out of the like swamp, and I'm going to purify it with purify water, or is
Purify food
it
and
purify
water?
food and drink?
I'm curious about that spell. One moment, just
It says all non-magic food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
sweet. Well, first I'm gonna get you to roll me a d20 to see if that goes buck wild.
Oh, yes.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna laugh that it goes buck wild and it just immediately corrupts all the food in the area.
Aw.
Oh man, this
Nope,
just makes
7.
me.
Okay.
This just makes me think of we lack the most useful spell in all of D&D.
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one has it.
I was like, I don't think I want prestidigitation this time around.
Me too.
Well,
So you
guess
hear-
what, guys?
So you use purify food and water. It does not remove the saltiness from the water.
Ugh.
So you now have to think of salt water.
Ugh.
Because salt is not a poison.
In large quantities, it is.
In large, yeah.
Yeah, but so is water.
Yeah, that's true. 2 tablespoons to be exact.
It says it is purified, though.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's...
Salt.
Good. Salt is not a impurity, technically.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because
It's something that's dissolved into it. It's
Yeah.
not inherently.
All right,
Mixed
sorry,
in it.
dog.
yes, purified and rendered free
I'm going to
of
need to
poison
have to
and
clean this
disease.
out later, but at least there won't be mud.
So it's like, you're like going, like, feeling a little bit bad as you're like salt water washing the gears. But it's like, yeah, it's better than crunch, crunch, crunch the whole time. So you've built up a fire, you've got a bunch of your clothes hanging up to dry, and you're all just hunkering down in the one building?
I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as night rolls in and the temperature drops, you're all kind of like huddled up a bit closer to the fire. And who's keeping watch in what order?
I'll keep
I'll
first
go-
watch so I can set up some alarms.
Okay, Sylvania.
I'll go last.
I'll go second.
I'll go third.
So Sylvania, Anna, Theo, okay. Alrighty. So Anna, roll me your Sylvania, roll me your perception check for.
Rolling the perception check, and if I understand alarm right, it should take 11 minutes to set up on each opening. How many opens are here?
Well, technically, there's a hole in the roof, and there is a window, and there is a door.
So 3, so half an hour doing that. Well, 33 minutes.
Okay.
And a perception check.
You're casting alarm?
Yes.
Do you have alarm?
Yeah. Should be on my
Oh, yeah,
D&D
'cause you-
Beyond.
Are
I
you-
can change every long rest.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I had your spell book up from before, and I'm like, I don't see alarm on your list. So if you're casting it 3 times,
I need 3 wild magics.
I need 3 wild magics. Also, that consumes all 3 of your spell slots.
No, ritual cast.
Oh, you ritual casting?
Which is why it takes 11 minutes instead of 3. Oh, there's 1 wild magic.
Oh no!
Yeah, 1 wild magic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So you want a D100 and a D4?
Okay, so you got an 8, a 1, and a 9?
Yep.
Okay,
This is
sweet.
awful.
Shit.
Okay, so roll me your D.
This brings me joy.
It brings me joy too. Okay, so roll me your. Yeah, roll me a 1D100 and 1D4. I need to go to my Wild Magic
42.
Surge table.
And 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, never.
Oh wait, that's a D4.
Yeah, I saw that one and I'm like, oh no.
Woo!
That
That's
was the D4.
the
Okay, that's better.
yeah, because your rules for the D100 are closest to 100, better for the party, closer to 1, better for or worse for the party.
Yeah, and that worse for the caster.
Yes.
And it's the same way I handle the severity. Like roll for severity is like lower the number, the worse it is. So you got 42 and 1. Wait, seriously?
Yes?
Just a moment.
Boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that might mean
I'm-
nothing,
Uh-oh.
right? Is 42 nothing?
Nothing
Maybe 42 is
happened.
nothing, guys.
Shoot, where is?
And not all Annas within a 7-foot radius turn into a plant.
No, the reason I find this hilarious is because back on session 10, K in column 1
Is that what I
got
rolled?
option 42.
Oh!
That's what I was like. I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I have this in here twice? And then I pulled up I've got a list here to keep track of every time we have a Wild Magic Surge. And
Wow.
sure enough, you got the exact same one
Wow.
as K did.
Oh no.
So I'm growing or shrinking. I need to
Um,
roll
shrinking.
something.
Yeah, I
No,
need
growing or shrinking.
growing
it's-
or
it's
shrinking.
both.
I need you to roll me 1d12.
Which is the number of inches you can grow or lose.
11.
Oh.
If the roll
And
is
then it
odd,
was
they
evens
shrink.
or-
Okay, because the roll is odd, you shrink 11 inches.
Oh no.
Okay. Am I considered a small creature now? Because I'm
I think
2'3".
I think. Oh my god! We're an itty bitty tiny party.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
just a
now
second.
2'3".
You're how tall?
2'3".
Like,
You're
Yeah,
like a
You're like a
3'2".
3-year-old.
Yeah, you were 3'2",
Yep.
and now you're 2'3". You are a small creature.
You
Well, I
can
was small
ride
before.
on our shoulders now.
Just a sec.
Am I considered a tiny creature? Would be the
That's
actual
what I'm look-
question.
that's
'cause
what
I'm
I'm
already
looking up.
small.
AC bonus. Oh, wow.
You are 2'3"?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah, technically you are a small creature. Or, I mean,
But
a
still
tiny-
small?
A tiny creature?
Small or tiny? Because I was
uh,
already small.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. Nope, you're over 2 feet, so you're still a small creature.
Okay, still small, just really small.
Yeah, you have to be below 2 feet in order to be considered a tiny creature.
Okay.
Alright,
Oh.
so I shrunk while setting up my nets that
Yeah.
turn invisible, which,
I'm imagining that you're like in like the window, and like as you're putting it, like you suddenly like realize it's really it's a lot harder now to reach the window.
Oh gosh.
huh,
How
that's
did
weird.
you get the one in the ceiling?
Dog gave me a lift. it also has a range, so I assume I can like throw it up and just it takes a few tries or something.
I just really appreciate the fact that we rolled the same.
The exact same thing, yeah. Column 1.
What are the odds, actually?
42 is roll 1 to 12, cast attack permanently changes by a number of inches equal to the roll. If the roll's
The
odds,
chance is
it's right,
1 in
the roll's
400, so 0.25%.
But you have to do that twice, so it's not. It's
No, because it's the chance of, like, the fact that we had 1, it's like, okay, what's the chance of getting that again? Well, it's still 1 in 400.
yes, but what
Getting
are
the
the
same
odds
2
of
times
getting
in a row.
two times in a row is the more interesting number.
Yeah, it's 1 in 400, or 1/400th times 1/400th.
Oh God.
Which would be what? 64,000?
1/1600th.
No, because 4 times 4 is 16. So yeah, it'd be
16,000. Yeah.
16,000.
Uh,
So
four
that
zeros.
damn.
Those odds, man.
Yep.
Okay, I am tiny now. Not
You are
quite
a knee-high
tiny,
gnome.
but very close to tiny.
And Teriyaki's like, you're a
About-
pocket person, a knee-high gnome.
It's much close to tiny.
And yeah, so I set up all the alarms, and my perception was an 8.
Your perception was an 8. Alrighty.
I am distracted by the
That's
weird
a lot of
news.
height you lost.
Yeah, lost a third of their height.
God, like
So
that's
11 inches
that's
is
like
1 inch off of a foot. No,
yeah,
yeah.
it is
They were
almost
3'2".
the yeah, it is essentially just a little longer than the size of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost just short of a third of my height. It's all good.
No, it's just over a third of your height because you're 3'2".
Oh yeah, so no, it'd just be just under.
Or, yeah,
'cause
just
it's
under. Never mind. Yeah, just under a third of your height. Whew. Alrighty. So as you're
Oh, that happens.
like, once you've set up your alarms, you're kind of like, okay. And then you're looking at dog and realizing the dog seems a lot bigger. And actually, roll me an intelligence check. Yeah, roll me an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Oh, whoops, that was a D12, not a D20.
Oh.
Not much better.
You got an 8 potential higher and got 1. Dog's gotten big.
Huh, dog? Did washing? Is there something weird in this water? Did you grow?
Dog had a growth.
Salt shouldn't make you grow. If
Okay.
anything, it should make you rust and shrink.
But you go and look around for a bit, and you're standing near the door and kind of like looking out, and a large large black salmon with like red spots all along its body, like it's about close to a foot long, scurries across the planks outside the door, pausing, looks at you, turns, and then bolts off the edge of the planks and into the water.
Bye.
It's just a moment of like, looks at you, hi. But the rest of your watch goes less eventful. How long does the alarm last?
8 hours.
Okay.
And I would have set it so if any creature other than myself, Cat, Kay, Theo, Annah, or Beanard goes through.
Or
Hey.
Beanard. Hey.
It's probably a safe call because of Beanard.
Yep. Alrighty. How are you waking up Anna?
I'll just like tap Anna because I assume we didn't set up tents inside. So it's just like, hey, Anna, your turn.
Yay! How was your watch?
And as you sit up and look
Oh,
at
good.
as you sit up and look at Sylvania, Sylvania's half your height. She's always been shorter than you. But now is significantly so.
Sylvania, did you do something to your hair?
No, I assume you're standing up at this point?
Yeah.
Anna's bigger.
Did you do something to your you?
If I did, it was unintentional.
You can't large.
I could be wrong, but you seem a little bit shorter than I remember.
Well, you also seem a little bit bigger than I remember.
Wow, maybe we're in like a weird parallel growth universe. You know what? No.
Oh crap, did I fall asleep? Oh. Pinch myself. Oh, no, I didn't fall asleep.
All right. You know what? This is a thing that will continue in the morning. You know what? Get some rest.
Okay.
Your sleeping bag is very spacious, Sylvania.
I don't remember this having so much room. It's comfy.
Full-size sleeping bag. You can fucking duck down in that. Did you remember when you were kids and
You go
sleeping
head
bag?
first into it, and then you
Go
leap
head
up like
first,
a worm.
and then Yeah, like a worm. Yeah.
So good.
Oh god.
Oh, good times.
You're the size of a toddler. Like a 1-year-old.
Ooh.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. So Annah, give me a perception check. And what are you doing this watch?
I'm pretty sure the problem, the change is with Sylvania and not myself. So I'm just gonna give myself a quick once over and like everything feels cool. All right.
Everything feels cool. You compare yourself to other things. Like you kind of like stand near dogs. Like, no, I'm still the same size.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And then I'm going to step outside the doorway.
Okay.
And just watch, or listen rather, because it's probably dark as balls.
Yeah, it's pretty dark, and Verdan, if I remember correctly, do not have dark vision.
That
Tends
is
be-
correct.
Tends to be dark.
So with
dark.
22, what can I hear and perceive in the night?
22. You're sitting there and you're watching, like occasionally you'd hear like flapping of wings or, like you hear like footsteps like pattering through the mud of like things like the salamander you'd seen before or other like wildlife. Nothing's coming across too alarming. And after a while, you're sitting there and you can, like, some of the light from the moon overhead gets blocked out as you hear this whoom, whoom, and then a thump hits the wall beside you. And turning your head and looking at this wall, you see this massive moth. Pale gray and brown wings that are spread wide, just like flush against the wall. And looking at this thing, it has close to a 3-foot wingspan. Its long fuzzy antennae like twitch about in like different directions as it's resting on this wall.
One of those awesome moths.
Do I know what this is?
Roll me in nature.
19.
A 19. These you aren't sure what the actual name for these moths are. You have heard of them before. It's one of the, like, you remember back in Yesher, the one Elven lady telling about how, like, when you go into, like, within the Doan wetlands, like, there's some colossal bugs. And one of the moths in there, they had nicknamed the Kid Snatcher. Because it was a huge freaking moth, and they were rumored to pick up children and fly off with them. Or at least that's...
Oh god,
that's what they-
Sylvania!
That's what they had
Sylvania's gonna get
That was
picked
ruined
up by a
awful.
moth.
It had no conception about us but a few hours ago until Sylvania
Got tinier.
lost a tiny. Then all of a sudden, all of the kids hatching moths are like, "There's a kid nearby."
Oh God. Hi, friend. You're not allowed to come inside, but you can stay right here with me. And I'm gonna pet it. I'm just gonna pet it lovingly.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, gladly.
I'm gonna laugh. It's a nat 1.
It's a 16.
A 16. Okay. You like kind of reach up and like pet down its back, and it's fuzzy.
Say,
Like
moths are fucking cool.
and like as you're like there's actual hair on the back of this moth. It's like, so you're like running your fingers through it, and like you look at your hand, you can see something of that like dust that they always leave behind, like the residue like all over your hand. But you just keep petting it, and like when you originally touch it, it's kind of like shuffles a little bit, and like bats swings a little bit, but then just kind of like settles, and at one point the antennae just kind of like lean back, and you feel them like tap on your head a little bit. Just explores like what is this thing that is touching me.
Yep.
Yes, most of your watch you're able to relax with your moth friend.
This is the greatest day of my life. All right. Yep. I just try and listen and pet my moth friend.
Okay. Couple hours pass, and it's time to wake up the next person.
Yep. I'm gonna tell it like, don't go anywhere. I have another friend coming. I'm gonna go inside and reluctantly wake up Theo, even though I could stay out there for hours, but I'm tired. And I'm gonna just like shake Theo gently.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Oh,
Hey, do you want to see my friend outside?
you made a friend outside?
I did.
I'm
oh,
so expecting a giant frog to come
Okay.
and like lick this gigantic moth
Just-
right as you walk outside. I'm terrified for you.
yes, I will come meet your friend.
I'm gonna like walk backwards outside the door.
He's like, I like
Backward.
fuzzy.
I look out and I see this giant moth. I go, oh my. That is a moth. That is a very big
Yep.
moth.
I'll keep you company. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Mosey off to bed.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes on this giant moth and just be like, that is a fucking big ass moth.
So as you're sitting out there, like
Do my perception check.
yeah, as you're sitting out there, like it's like staying fairly still, like every little bit, it was kind of looking up, like okay.
Is it like slowly, like, is it just holding still, or is it like every once in a while, like testing its wings?
Yeah, every little while, like it brings out its wings and brings back in, and once in a while, like rotate a little bit.
I am like,
rotate. the
I'm
other
just
way a
like-
little bit.
I'm mostly just, that is a big fucking moth.
3-foot wingspan.
That thing is huge. That thing could eat my face.
The wingspan is bigger than
In my head, I'm
Sylvania.
thinking, are moths cannibalistic? I think they mostly just eat clothes and... No, they can't eat people. Maybe they do eat people. I don't actually know. I wish Anna had not gone to bed and explained this to me.
As you're sitting out there and like kind of watching this moth, and like you're kind of like looking in, it's like seeing if Anna's awake to maybe explain the cannibalism of moths.
And then I have this thought, wait a minute. Birds eat moths. What the hell is big enough to eat this moth? Oh. Damn it! And I like step back into the house. Backwards.
As you step back into the house, you hear Anna kind of like roll over and just mumbling to herself in her sleep. It's like, no, Pinar, the caterpillars go in the stew after the crocodile, not before. We went over this.
I don't... So many questions.
But your watch comes and goes with no issue, aside from contemplating what could possibly be in this area to keep the moth population in check.
I'm like, oh shit! It's wet, muddy, and there's huge ass monsters. Fuck!
This is gonna be fun, isn't it?
So as your watch comes to a close, how are you waking up Kay?
I'm going to go over and I'm going to tap him on the forehead once and go, "Are you awake?"
Mothing?
Yeah. Okay.
Mm?
Okay, are you awake?
No.
No? Then why are you... then who's talking to me?
This is the voice of past Kay. And this is a recorded message. Kay is not here at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep.
I didn't know they had I didn't know they had recording devices in the Fae. That's rather interesting. You should tell me about that sometime. Past K, because I imagine I can talk to past K because I still.
Beep.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Good. Keep talking to the beep.
End of message. Would you like to record? If you are unhappy with this message,
I flick
please
K on the
press-
nose and I go, "Wake up."
fine. I'm up.
I'm glad. By the way, there's a huge fucking moth right on the door. It's this big. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. And I go and I sit down and go back into a trance.
I go to stoke the fire. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go stoke the fire.
Just gonna sit
That
down.
seems-
It's like, stoke. It's like, I'm not acknowledging the giant moth outside.
What giant moth?
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's been a fire that hasn't been tended for at least 4 hours. That needs to that needs some proper tendon to.
Giant fucking moth outside.
I don't know what you're-
eats the giant moth.
I don't want to know when the roof on this building gets lifted up when everyone else wakes up in the morning and a giant rock comes in and goes, "Whoom." I don't want to acknowledge the fact that we're bait.
Oh god.
Or the fact that it's bait to try and kill us.
Oh.
Alrighty. Kay,
Excuse me.
roll your perception check. As you're sitting there
Oh.
just stoking your fire.
Oh yes, I suppose perception is the thing I should be partaking in.
Yeah. Partake in the
D20.
perception.
8. I'm stoking a fire.
You're stoking the fire. There's some smoke that's escaping through the hole in the roof, which is fine. And you repeatedly hear the buzzing of a few mosquitoes, and occasionally feel the pricks they try and bite, and you slap them. But it seems like no matter how many you kill, there was always more.
There's always
more. Always more. But aside from the irritation of the mosquitoes, and these were not colossal mosquitoes.
These are normal
mosquitoes.
normal size.
Your watch comes and goes, and you start to see some light shine in through the roof of the cabin as the sun does start to rise.
Daylight come and I want to go home. I mean, what?
Not with the giant moths?
What are you talking about?
Precisely. So this morning rise for everyone. Most of your clothes are almost completely dry. You have to kind of pry your shoes and boots open. It's a bit more difficult than normal as the mud is kind of caked onto them and dried in place, but it crumbles away fairly easily. Once you get open, start putting your shoes on, any dirt and mud kind of crumble away from it a bit. And as you awake and check outside, your moth is gone.
Oh, okay.
The moth has taken off. It did not take
wonder-
Sylvania with it.
I wonder if it's because I stoked so much fire. What?
Well, That was fun while it lasted.
Pack up my shit.
And Teriyaki is named the giant
Breakfast.
moth you.
Moth.
Yeah.
Moth you.
We will.
That's good. That's good.
Moth me. Moth you.
The sky outside is heavily overcast with clouds, though it doesn't look like it's going to rain currently. But weather, as unpredictable as it can be, can change over the course of the day.
It's about to rain in a wet swamp.
Daylight come and I want to go home.
I hate everything.
Now that there is a bit more light out as well, taking a look around this little fishing village, you end up realizing that there is a boat somewhat sunk underwater. And
Like fully submerged or partially submerged?
partially submerged. The front end of the boat is kind of jutting up out of water. You figure between the four of you, you could probably free it from the mud that is kind of like sunk into it and get it out and see if it's functional and whatnot.
That sounds amazing. I would love to do that. Who would like to help me free the boat from the mud?
Oh man, I'm so all over that.
So all over that. Let's do that.
All right,
Sylvan-
dog.
Look over at Sylvan Ray.
You mean Sylvania?
Sylvania.
Hay is eating breakfast and stoking a fire.
You look over at Sylvan Ray and it's like, what am I doing in a swamp? And then suddenly
Doing
Sylvania
the
walks
swamp.
out.
Sylvania walks out. I'm sorry.
And Kay is stoking a fire
Yeah.
and is completely oblivious to getting wet again if he doesn't have to, even if it's for the betterment of his own sanity. He is stoking a fire because he doesn't want to accept the acknowledgement that Theo and Annah were hallucinating all night.
Let's get that boat out of the mud.
Okay, give me the three of you. Give me strength checks then.
I apologize in advance.
I don't have strength.
You apologize. You what? Okay.
There's our
All right,
fucking
Sylvania.
boys.
No, Sylvania.
We have three. Do we have
Sylvania, come on.
So if I was getting dog to help, do I use dog strength?
three? Yeah. Use
Or
dog
can I
strength.
get dog to help? Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Can we like get a picture of
Aw,
that?
No, I did
triple
not
nat 20.
get 20.
Darn.
I mean, you guys pull
You want
Theo and Anna are so invested in the idea of this boat is gonna be working.
We're gonna get this boat. Hey, I looked at that moth for another few hours last night. That thing was huge.
It was
What do you think eats moths like that as we like hold this boat?
And you just you
Yeah,
Like-
you two are talking about this giant moth as like, and Sylvania, you're like, you get onto the dog. You've got some like ropes tied on a dog to help pull it out. You get outside and look down as you see Anna and Theo just like grabbing this boat and just like casually talking about this colossal moth and just as this boat gets pulled up out of the mud.
like it's nothing.
Just casually discussing, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, you know, some birds or fish.
And you pull this boat up. Looking at it, give me a investigation check.
Investigation. I rolled a 14.
I believe that's a 9. No, it's a 10. Ooh.
And anyone could roll for this.
That's a 21.
Oh,
Well done.
That
Oh,
actually
what
makes
am I-
fucking
sense.
A. That makes sense.
Sylvania, you hop down to their dog. I was like, oh, I guess I don't need to help. And like you're looking it over, and you like grab a stick and like prod at one of the planks, and the stick kind of goes through. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to replace that one. And you look at a couple other places, and you find a couple different areas on the boat that need some repair for it to be like legitimately waterworthy. But for the most part, this boat is actually held together fairly well for how long it must have been sitting in the mud.
All right. Anyone got some woodworker's tools, or do I gotta make some?
Woodworking is definitely not in my list of skills.
Nope, can't help you there.
All right, alchemy kit. It's time to turn you into a woodcarver's kit. Or
Yeah,
woodworking kit.
imagine you just like grabbing like one of like the metal rings that has like a vial in it, and you pull the vial out, tuck that in a bag, grab this metal wire like or the stand and like bend it into a different shape to make like a plane, just like scrape the wood, just like
Yeah, so it says I have to take an hour to do that. So I do that, and then what check do I have to do to fix the boat?
you do have proficiency with carpenter's tools.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get you to give me a survival check. Actually, you know what? No. For this, we're gonna do
The intelligent carpenter tools?
technically this would for the repair of it. It would technically be a survival check, but I'm gonna let you add your intelligence and your proficiency modifier to it. So it'd be a plus.
+5 for me?
+5.
Okay.
So survival +5.
Oh.
Oof. Like you grab one of the planks, start like working away at it, and like partway through, you like, oh no, this like you're carving into it. It's like you carve way too deep. It's like frack. That one's not gonna work. You toss it aside, and there are several more planks around that you would be able to use. Like you'd have up to you find like 3 more planks that would be like sufficient enough to do the repairs. So you have 3
I can
more
try
attempts at
again?
most. Yeah, 3 attempts at most.
'Kay. Come on, 19. How does that do?
19 does you very well. After learning from the mistake of the first one, I was like, okay, I need to put a little less pressure here. I'm doing too much alchemy lately. Haven't done enough construction. But you work with it, and at one point you realize, oh, silly me, I bent this the wrong way. You fold one of the pieces out the other way. And that's better. That's smoother. And after a little while, you demand about half an hour, so you manage to get this boat back into working condition.
Yay, we got a working boat.
You do. It's a large canoe. Well, large.
Large.
It's about 15 feet long. You can get all 4 of you and dog in there.
Ooh. Don't
Sorry,
tip
going to
it.
have to leave Beanard behind. Bye.
As Beanard just flies up, just stings you for that comment.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
But no, you easily get all of you in there. And you're able to find a couple planks that you can make into like makeshift paddles. So you have a canoe.
Yay! We have a canoe.
Huzzah!
And with the creation of the canoe, that's where we're going to call tonight's session.
Alrighty then.
This
was,
this session was a ride. Hot damn.
I blame quarantine. We don't have outlets to get our tomfoolery out.
I'm sure Aaron
Isn't
had
that what
like
this is
much more
supposed
than
to
this
be?
planned, and then just like
Aaron should know better than to have anything really planned, except for like one day's worth of content. Everything else is I have a general direction and things that may or may not happen.
That sounds like every
As I
D&D
see fit.
campaign ever.
But
Well,
yeah,
so
you
when it
can.
comes down to it for this, it was like, okay, what do I need to plan for this? I need to plan like basically what occurs day to day as they're going through. Because I know where you are going currently.
Mhm.
That being said, I have it's general plans of these are the kind of things you encounter during this day.
You were going that way. Cool.
It's like great. I know. It's like I can plan out the things that are going to occur along the way this way. What the fuck tomfoolery you get into during that time?
That's our problem.
That's your
Our
problem.
problem.
And today it involved nearly lighting Kay on fire.
Today we had some we had some antics we had to get out.
Some mental breakdowns.
The mental breakdowns.
What is this, Persona 5?
Yes.
Was Persona 5 Royal, by the way, if you haven't played it, play the game. I platinumed it at 3 a.m. yesterday.
Oh,
or
that's
this
why
morning.
I got it. That's why I had an achievement on my PlayStation from you
What?
at 3 a.m.
It was a platinum. And I couldn't stop playing because, like, at a reasonable hour, what was it, like 11, is when things went from me losing my shit to... It was great. Anyways, play it. Back to D&D.
Yeah, that is our session for today. Oh yeah, definitely more shrinking. We now have 2 party members who are shorter than they started. I still find it hilarious that of all the things that could have happened, it was the exact same one that Kay hit.
Unreal.
As a player, I have gone from the tallest person in the party to almost tiny.
Yep.
This is true.
Yep, that you have.
Bugbear to half pint.
Jeez.
Yep.
Now I just want there to be, like, a thing on that list that says you turn into a dragon. And it's just like, fuck it. You're a dragon now. What?
Yeah, Annah just needs to become a huge creature, like, to even everything out.
Please be a chromatic dragon. Because chromatic dragons can shapeshift.
What you don't want... Well, so can most metallics, can't they?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
I thought it was
Metallic
yeah,
dragon.
it's like-
Not chromatic.
Yeah, it's like the
Metallic.
metallic dragons are the good ones.
The
who can shapeshift.
metallic. Yeah, please be a metallic dragon who can shapeshift.
The chromatics are the ones that cause
The
all
chromatics
shit.
are like, this is my treasure, and I'm evil, and this is mine, and everything is mine, and I'll
To
eat
be
you.
fair, if I remember the lore correctly, they can shapeshift, they just
They
don't.
prefer to be dragons.
They prefer to be
Yeah.
dragons. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's like really, it's like I could be big, massive, powerful dragon, or itty bitty gnome.
Yep, Tiamat or Bahamut.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not Tiamat or Bahamut. That's a terrible example.
Those are the two dragon gods. Tiamat is the dragon god of the
Of
evil
the
dragon god, and
chromatics?
Bahamut.
I mean, that's
Chromatic,
okay. Yeah,
and
that's.
Bahamut is the good dragon god.
I mean, yes, it's fair. My brain went. Those are the examples of like a humanoid dragon and a big dragon. I'm like, no.
No, those are the D&D dragon gods.
But that being said, we will be back in 2 weeks for another session. Hopefully, we'll have less technical difficulties.
Or
Ready,
maybe
ready?
more.
Hopefully not. At least we've gone through this round once, so we know a little bit more of what to expect. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks for another session. Until then, have yourselves a great night all, and...